Yeah. The way just do, he just smooth, bringing much news with the facts when he crush fools. I'm rough school, I bust moves like crush groove. Pass me the mic and I'll turn it into lunch food. Just cool, but talk slick and he'll punch dudes. Cowards get the message and they hush like chubs do. You can bring your whole bus crew plus two. T-Dub-T is astronomical, you comical. You a fool if you think we'll ever honor you. Them other channels ain't shit, no abdominal. This the face of new media, fuck a Donahue. You see my giant crew, we shine like a diamond do. If any trolls disrespect, yo, we finding you. We all surrounding you, it ain't no reminding you. He already done surpassed what you trying to do. So quit the fake smoke, you suckers better take notes. When you step into the chat, you better wipe your feet. Hit the like and keep your comment short and sweet. My homie just not a joke, you don't want to war. Plus a deep boxing IQ, you don't want to spar. He broadcasted from Jersey, so we straight. Put you deep in the dirt, that's why they call this the Garden State. You seem tough but not a threat like a garden snake. We not scared of you, we chopping off the head of two. Mark your calendar, remember what we said to you. It's no option, it's just do boxing. Mark your calendar, remember what I'm telling you. It's no option, it's just do boxing. Word 'em up. T-Dub-T, we in the spot. LDBC strong.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the fan. DP, what's good, bro? Sports matchups, D-Free and DP. What's good with y'all, bros, man? Y'all the first two in the building. What's going on with y'all? Yeah, D-Free, I'm up early. You know. I didn't go to sleep too early last night, but I damn sure popped up with some good energy. So I said, man, let me get up early and get to it and have this good old boxing conversation, man. I don't know if people been seeing it. Like I be paying attention here or there. I just wanted to have a quick conversation early before the day gets started. I know been some shots fired lately, man. You know, Shakur Stevenson, my boy Shakur, responding to people on Twitter. You know, he responded to a fan on Twitter. He had some choice words from my boy Tank, man. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna put this tweet up that Shakur Stevenson posted. He was talking about Tank. He responded to a fan talking about Tank. ROLLIE, I don't know. I think he attention seeking. He said ROLLIE said he officially back broke. He officially broke again. Maybe that's why he back clout chasing people names and, you know, saying he want to fight Spence and stupid stuff like that. Broner, Spence, and all this weird stuff. But we gonna see. We gonna see, man. My bad, y'all. We gonna see, man. I'm gonna get this tweet up that Shakur Stevenson had posted. He was talking about Tank Davis. It's correct, yeah. Sounds about right. Yeah, he said Shakur put this little clip in here. Yeah, man. ROLLIE saying he broke again. Shakur talking slick to Tank. Tank was on the Rise podcast. Blue was on the Rise podcast. Man, it seemed like some people was pissed off or something, man. Seemed like Tank fed up with people talking about, keep saying his name and all that. I'm gonna play that clip too. But I'm gonna play this little joint from it ain't even long, it's just a post, but it's from Shakur ass. He said You know, he responded. I didn't know they had that little dumb music in it. He said, a fan responded on Twitter. They said responding to Tank and Shakur. He said, "Great fight, but I got Tank for the win," with the gorilla emoji. And Shakur jumped right to it. He said, "He too little. I could never lose to no midget." So I know Tank gonna have something to say about that. I know Tank gonna have something to say to him about calling him a midget, man. Hopefully they don't try to cancel my boy for using the word midget, but yeah, man. He called Tank a midget, and he said he'd never lose to him. And I want to see what Tank gonna say to him. Hey, Chris, salute, bro. Appreciate you stopping through. Hey, man, let's talk about it. Tank don't sound like he in the mood for nobody talking, man. So again, man, you got Shakur. So we gonna see what Tank got to say, but I did get the clip of what Tank was saying on the Rise podcast, and just to be honest with y'all, Tank seemed like he getting annoyed with people mentioning his name, man. Just to be honest with you, I'm gonna play that clip. Him and Blue was talking, and they had Calvin Ford and all them up there, man. I'm gonna play exactly what Tank was saying too, man.
Shakur and Tank Davis himself.
Yeah,
right?
You got the last one right.
That would be Shakur. That would be Devin. That would be Shakur and Tank Davis himself.
Yeah,
right?
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me, Javante Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I
feel you, but check this right there. But okay, so you telling me you cracked both of them, right? But I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
He didn't get no best of me. He didn't get no best of me. He did not get no best of me.
He jumped right off the plane and sparred Devin. Right off the plane.
No best of me. He didn't get no best of me.
Let me tell you something, man. You can go on the internet.
And I sparred him twice. Right.
And Bill
took him out the ring.
And Bill admitted that. Bill and Dan both said that.
Almost knocked him out in Floyd gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you I almost knocked him out in the gym?
No, yeah, they better leave Tank alone. I saw a streak and come out of last night. Hey, I'm glad you in here, Chris. Salute to you, bro, and welcome to the family, man. If you already subscribed, but I'm glad you here because you seeing what I'm saying in Tank face. Look at his face, like it's internet talk. There's internet talk, and then there's like that man. Every bit of energy, every word he uttered in this clip was exactly how he was feeling. It wasn't about no clout chasing. It wasn't about the internet. Look at his face. That dude, he not playing. He genuinely annoyed. This is why I tell y'all keep thinking because this man quiet, he don't be hearing what everybody be saying, man. All they do is talk. He tired of it. He like, all they do is say my name. And respectfully, I'm going to say this, and this is go to everybody. I'm just calling spades. Who really trying to fight this man? Outside of talking about it on the internet, who really stepping to him? And I'm just for everybody. I can hear it. I love Shakur. I love him. I don't think Shakur going to duck him when the opportunity presents itself. But I'm just saying, outside of talking it on the internet, who is really making the necessary steps to fight Tank Davis? Ashley's Corner. Salute to the queen. How you feeling, Ash? I was here for this. Hey man, I was on it. I was on it early. And Ash, did you see what Shakur said on Twitter? He responded to a fan saying a fan said he got Tank for the win with the gorilla emoji. Shakur said he could never let a midget beat him. He too little. Yeah, whole lot of smoke, 903. Whole lot of smoke, bro. Yo, you could tell Tank not playing. Look at his face, bro. Look at him while the video paused. He not playing. He getting annoyed. He was damn near cutting Blue off. He was cutting Blue off. That's how you know he wasn't playing, bro. Tank ain't playing with nobody, man. Yeah. Definitely, Ash. I'm telling you, just hit me. Definitely, Ash. Definitely. Salute to the Queen Ashley's Corner, man. Y'all sub to the Queen if y'all not already, man. Anybody that like real boxing conversation, dope content creators, salute and subscribe to the Queen Ashley's Corner, man. Johnny Blaze, salute. Appreciate you for stopping through. You got Ryan. I ain't mad at that. Look, all opinions is welcome, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep pushing this. It's a new wave of content creating, man. And I want everybody that come here to know that all opinions is respected as long as it come with respect. If somebody say they got Ryan Garcia, I don't care who you got Ryan over. It's all good. This is why we here. We have these conversations every day, man. Tank said last night, Shakur the only nigga that can get on Twitter and talk tough, but eat man dick to get in the locker room. Hey man, talk about it, man. So that's why I like when people here. Y'all know if I'm here and I'm up here early, it ain't even 9 o'clock yet, and I'm here early already, man. Yeah, man. Tank was talking that talk, man. I'm with you, Chris. I'm with. And look, again, nothing that none of these fighters say is supposed to be taken personal by us as the consumer. We supposed to just process the information and get it out there to the people. Far too often, people would take what Shakur said about Tank too personal, or what Tank said about Shakur too personal. It's boxing, bro. This the hurt business. They gonna talk crazy to each other. They competitive as hell. And when you a winner like what Tank and Shakur is, they gonna talk. They put the work in. They put the work in the gym. It transitioned over into the ring, and they gonna talk. They talk, and this is what I want to see. But I want to see the shit they talking result into a fight, into some fights. I just want to see some fights, man. It's gonna be good, man. Once they mix it up, and we're gonna see who the last man standing. That's a fact. I already know Shakur thinks like Ryan. If he has a reaching size, then he winning. Shakur admitted that much years ago. And Ash, you know, just because I'm so transparent and I'm real and I'm so much of a fan of the sport than any one boxer, I could call a spade a spade. When Shakur said he too little, and you said you'll never let a midget beat you, I know you just talking your talk, and I understand Tank is a very small guy in terms of stature, physical stature. But that ain't never stopped him from beating somebody's ass before. That ain't never stopped him from knocking somebody out before. You show me a fight where Tank being small caused him to lose. I don't care about nobody winning no rounds. This boxing, you got the other guy on the other side of Tank got 2 arms, 2 hands too. He gonna be punching too. He trying to win too. So don't give me no garbage about somebody winning rounds against Tank. You get what I'm saying? Now, let's say if Tank was 5'10", with a 70-something inch reach, some of these dudes be having, it'd be unfair. It'd be like a real cheat code. They wouldn't even be able to touch the man. You get what I'm saying? So I disagree with Shakur right there that he's too little. But again, this is fighter talk. Shakur is going to talk his talk, and I get that. I don't take it personal. I understand how to process it. He feel like, you know, this guy too small. I ain't letting nobody that small beat me. Cool. It's just like Devin Haney. He feel like he ain't letting a white boy beat him. Like, it's cool. As long as when you get in there and that opportunity presents itself for you to prove it, you stand on that. That's all I want to see, because everybody talk when it comes to Twitter, man. But ain't nobody pulling up to that man bumper really trying to fight. They saw all this shit on Twitter, and he right. They really do. That's why he looked genuinely annoyed in this. I'm going to play this clip again because I just love the exchange. I love to see the authenticity come out of Tank, the aggravation, the annoyance with people constantly speaking his name and talking about sparring. Rozier, salute, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up. How you feeling? Like Bob Arum told every lightweight on Top Rank to antagonize Tank. And yo, it probably, but you know what? As a result, Rozier, somebody gonna end up getting their ass put to sleep, yo. Because I always say this: anytime you got a knockout artist that showed you he can get dudes up out of there, and you got everybody speaking his name at once, but nobody really making a real move to try to fight this dude, I got a saying: there's no way in hell that many fighters in boxing is sleepy at the same time. So you telling me Rollie still sleepy, right? Because he's still talking crazy. You get what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia is sleepy. You get what I'm saying? Teofimo mentioned his name. Is he sleepy? You get what I'm saying? All these dudes mentioning Tank, but ain't nobody really trying to fight him either. He get criticized for talking his shit, but when they talking to him, it's okay. They get the credit for talking crazy. I guess it's just one of the perks that come with, if you're willing to talk crazy to somebody that could put your lights out, people gonna give you credit for them. Not giving people credit no longer from this point on for calling Tank Davis' name if you're not trying to fight him next. I don't care who you are. And I'm calling it straight across the board for everybody. If you calling Tank Davis and you not trying to fight him, I ain't trying to hear it. You calling Shakur Stevenson name and you really ain't trying to get in there, I'm not trying to hear it, man. I'm only interested in fighters that really want to fight the absolute best at this point. All this talk is just making me want to see the fight. So they doing their jobs on one end, but the other end of it is how many of y'all is really going to get in the ring and fight this man? Because I want to see it. It sound cool out loud, not letting a midget beat you and he too little. I love Shakur, but man, let's see it. Let's see it, bro. Let's see it. Judging distance is what he do. Of course, that's why Shakur said that. And you know, he understands that very well. But again, it's not a one-sided deal. You got a guy in Tank Davis that's going to be on the other side of you just as confident as you are. And he understands that he don't got to land as many punches as you going to land to win. The problem that Shakur could face in a fight with Tank Davis, and this is just me being real, and this is how y'all know I'm a realist and not no boxer fan. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. I rock with him. But I'm telling you now, the difference is, or a problem that he might face in there against Tank Davis is the fact that naturally, who would think that he's going to knock out Tank Davis? Chop, what's good with it, Brody? Appreciate you for pulling up. How you feeling, bro? You feel me? Blue Blood was finna cry on his live stream. He's salty. I ain't catch blue response to none of this. My bad, y'all. Let me speed up, man. Man, salute to my queen. How you feeling, baby girl? Appreciate you stopping through. My bro, yo, the wise Crush was good with it. Crush, how you feeling, bro? Appreciate you for stopping through. I think Tank's a little while Rollie couldn't manhandle him. Exactly, bro. Again, his physical stature is just one, you know, kind of disadvantage for him when he's in there with most people when you Tank Davis. But when you are an athlete the way he is, when you are athletic, skill for skill, he can compete with anybody. But he don't have the height and the reach some of these guys got. But what I'm saying is, when has that stopped him from winning a fight? When has being tall and long stopped Tank Davis from knocking you out? Tall and long was exactly what Mario Barrios was. What was the end result? He broke that man down and stopped him. This whole notion that, you know, he got to be big. Tank Davis punched hard enough for two people, man. I ain't trying to hear all of that. I'm not trying to hear no height, reach, none of that. If that man touch you, it could be the end of the fight. It really could. And people could say what they want. Yeah, he said it years ago. Every time Shakur be with Tank, he always talks about his size. Yeah, because right there, that's the obvious advantage. Ash, like you get what I'm saying? It's if you really think about it, like some people will hear it and they get emotional about what Shakur is saying. I urge people not to be emotional. They're fighters. They're going to talk crazy to each other, but we can analyze some of the statements that they make. And size does not win fights. Shakur Stevenson knows that. He has to know that. At the elite level, size alone don't win no fights. Salute to my family in the building. Salute to my TWT family in the building. Appreciate all y'all for stopping through on this good morning, man. Hopefully all y'all enjoying y'all early Saturday. Appreciate y'all coming through this, you know, hang with your boy just a bit. You feel me, man? Judah Ben, what's good with it, bro? Yeah, Shakur talking, Tank talking. I love it, man. You said I smell smoke. Jake Gibson, my bro, what's good with it? So I'm with you, Ash. I'm with you. Salute to my bro, Jake Gibson, man. Salute to my TWT family. Case Avoid, damn it, man. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Appreciate all y'all good bros. And man, it could be, yo. I just want to see all these dudes, you know, get the fights that they supposed to get. That's all. Every last one of them. Tank even say, Devin gonna keep him off him if he don't got no power. Hey, it's real, man. That's real, Chris. How? It's a real. That's gonna be a real problem that you're gonna face. Oh, and back to what I was saying. My bad, y'all. A problem that Shakur Stevenson could face, and I'm just being respectful to the fight to both fighters. It's safe to say he's not going to knock out Tank Davis. So Tank is going to be there for 12 rounds. It's safe to say that. Don't nobody see if Shakur's the beat Tank. People see him outboxing Tank, not knocking him out. So the problem that you're going to face in having a guy that can shut your lights out with any shot, you get that man 12 rounds to be able to land a shot. You don't think he can land one? And more than one, you're going to get hit. So my whole thing is, and this with respect to anybody, you get what I'm saying? You better have your chin intact. You better be prepared to take a shot because you are going to get hit. This whole notion that y'all going to outbox Tank for 12 rounds and he's never going to hit you is foolish. That's foolish. You will be a fool to get in the ring if you think that. He's going to hit you. Every single fight, these guys get hit. You haven't seen a fight yet where Tank Davis hasn't been able to close the gap and hit somebody. I don't care who you is or how tall they are. Now I get the level of pedigree with Shakur, but the fact still remains is it's a fight. And he's going to have a guy on the other end of him that is fighting that can knock him out with either hand. So even that 5.1 times around that he do get hit, that he might have to even be better than that on fight night. I've said this before, just being a realist. That 5.1 is pretty much good against 90-something% of the boxers in boxing to be able to beat them if that's as many times as they can hit you in a round. But when you in there with Tank Davis, it's just a different story, man. Sleep will be on the menu, man. Sleep will be on the menu. Problem is people always talking about the disadvantage, but never getting the ring and prove it. Man, D-Free, talk about it. I'm going to play this clip again, y'all. I'm going to play it again. Tank a lot stronger than people give him credit for. Very durable. Inside the circles, square circle with King Judah. What's good with it, bro? Appreciate you for pulling up. How you feeling? Suppose Floyd not there to protect him. I feel you, but you know what? In this clip right here, if he's allowed to move the way he should move, you get what I'm saying? If Tank is, if Floyd is out of the picture, then I hope that means we're going to get the fights we want. Now, for a second, I feel you, King Judah. I'm just looking at it like this, too. I'm looking at it like a Hector Garcia, Ryan Garcia. He giving us back-to-back Garcias if everything goes according to plans. I say, hypothetically, let's say he beat both of them guys. I think it's only up from there. I think from that point, he can't go backwards, if you get what I'm saying. I know some people feel like Hector Garcia is a better fighter. I'm one of the people than Ryan Garcia. But Ryan has the popularity that Hector don't got. Hector got the skills that Ryan don't got, but Ryan got the popularity, you know what I'm saying, that Hector don't got. So it's like a win-win with Tank. And one end, he fighting a guy that if you really paying attention to boxing, Hector Garcia is a quality opponent for him. You get what I'm saying? And then you turn around and beat the popular guy that been clout chasing your name for years. Those are fights that people can't really complain about if they really been watching boxing. So it's like from that point, King Judah, I just don't think he can go backwards. And I see him going forwards. And I hope, with interactions like this between him and Blue and him coming up on his podcast is a sign of things to come. I hope we start getting all the fights we want, man. Salute to my bro, Judah Ben. You're not gonna put the integrity. Nah, hell no, Ash. As long as people come here, they gonna understand that with me. Nothing has to be 100%. I don't care how much I like a fighter. I see it on both sides. That's why my name is Just Do. I get boxing is Just Do for real. I speak it on both sides. Sometimes I might make a case where Tank gonna win. Then you might hear me make cases for Shakur gonna win. At the end of the day, that's gonna be a fight. And I just want Shakur to understand that I rock with him 100%, but size is not going to be the only deciding factor when you get in there with Tank, man. Tank, we're going to send to another level, man. Hey, man, talk about it, Rosia. That could be another potential fight lined up. Tay, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling this good morning? Appreciate all y'all stopping through too, man. It's the reason why Tank was never matched with a pure boxer. Hey, you could talk about it. Again, I always said this. I think the most difficult fights for Tank is going to be a guy that's a pure boxer. But and Shakur is that. But and that's my guy. Like I go back and forth all the time about them and when they gonna fight, who gonna win. Because even though I'm Jersey for life and all that, I'm still a realist. I'm still a boxing fan. So I understand that fight is gonna be just as equally dangerous for both guys. But I see the advantages for both guys. I really do. Shakur, him being able to control distance and range as well as he do and not get hit while he do it can be problematic for any fighter. You know what I'm saying? The fact that every fighter gets hit, and it might be safe for all of us to say if, they fighting a 12-round fight, we don't really see Tank getting knocked out. That means you giving that man 36 minutes to land some shots on you, and you're going to take some damage in between there, and you better just be ready. That's for anybody. And the same thing for Tank. You getting there, you got lights out power, but you better be ready to box. You better be ready to, play chess, because it's going to be a chess match with you and Shakur. It's definitely going to be that. I can see it. Tank can KO Shakur with a simple 1-2. It won't be simple, but he damn sure could KO. Tank not going to hit Devin and Shakur for 12 rounds. I've been said that's bullshit. Yeah, I can't. That whole notion that, because every single fight they've been hit. You get what I'm saying? Every single fight they've been hit. So it's safe to say they're going to continue to get hit in fights. You get what I'm saying? Now, we know he don't get hit too much. You get what I'm saying? But they're going to get hit. That's all I'm saying. And you got to be durable when you in there with Tank. You got to be willing to take a shot. You got to be willing to go through some moments, man, because he gonna test you, and that's just the type of fighter he is. He has the ability. The thing with Tank is he's a real athlete. Although he's small, and a lot of people use that as like, you know, some type of disadvantage. Look how well Tank moves in the ring, man. Did y'all just see that sparring clip where he just, that combination that he ripped dude off and then he transitioned. He transitioned from offense to defense, cracked dude with a two-piece and weaved out of the way. Like, Tank is a real athlete, man. That's why I think people go wrong. They just see the size and he's small. That man can move, man. He moved like a cat in there. I'm telling you, he could turn your lights out. And his ability to be able to land that punch is crazy, man. Like, he got a high IQ in there. That shit is just going to be one of the best fights I think you could watch. I really do. And I don't really have a real dog in the race because I salute and support both dudes, man. But I see the dangers for both guys. I just try to call it as even as I can. You know what I'm saying? I agree. I think Devin Shakur will have to use legs more and hit and clinch times on the inside to avoid that uppercut. Facts if they don't, because that uppercut, if that uppercut land, I don't know who taking that uppercut. I ain't even going to hold you. We're not fighting Tank, but Tank is fighting the guy that called Shakur out, and Shakur moved up first so he could fight. He could have Tank to fight Tank. Man, talk about it, D-Free. Talk about it. That's why I say, man, it's all about, like, you know, layers. It's peeling back the layers, man. And that's a good point you made, D-Free. He is going after the guy that just said he'd beat Shakur easy with a full training camp. He definitely said that. Facts, Jay. Power in both hands. He has the feet and the athleticism to keep up with people too. That's the thing. You get what I'm saying? He's not going to be as much of a disadvantage as people think, in my opinion. Barry Martin, a slick black fighter, so Tank will get his test soon. Yeah, for sure. When the channel for capping. Yeah. I get you. I'm with you, Ash. You know, that's why I miss the perspective over here. I try to, you know, give people fair takes and assessments of how I feel like things will play out. You know what I'm saying? T20, my bro, what's good with it? T20, how you feeling, bro? Tested, but Devin Shakur had what the hell? Yeah. Nah, he definitely been tested. Again, I was talking about this a little bit yesterday in resumes, right? You know, I think Tank can make up some good ground if his back-to-back fights are Hector Garcia and Ryan Garcia, right? I think that's some good ground to make up for. I think those are two fights, like, you know, that's needed for reasons that I just explained. You know, Hector has the skill that Ryan don't got, and Ryan has the popularity that Hector don't got. So that's like a win-win, 2 fights in a row for Tank. All he got to do is go in there and take care of business. You get what I'm saying? And with Devin Haney, you know, his next 2 fights, what it's looking like, because I told y'all his pops called Teofimo Sr., so his next 2 fights look like Loma and Teo Sr. That's as a boxing fan, I'm cool with both of those guys' next 2 fights. So if those are those guys' next 2 fights, if Dev next 2 fights is Loma, you get what I'm saying, and Teo and Tank is the Garcia and Ryan Garcia, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, facts, Jay. Facts. I just hope it get made. Mr. New Orleans in the flesh. Skills, my brother. What's good with it? TWT family in the building. What's good with you, bro? You keep coming back. That's one reason. Salute to the family, bro. This is exciting. I just want all of them to fight each other. Whoever win, I just want to see it. Facts, man. I'm going to play this clip again for y'all that didn't catch this.
That would be Devin. That would be Shakur and Tank Davis himself.
Yeah,
right.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me, Javante Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I
feel you, but check this right there. But okay, so you telling me you cracked both of them, right? But I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
He didn't get no best of me. He did not get no best of me.
He jumped right off the.
I just want to stop real quick for a second. I'm going to run it back a couple seconds. Yo, I just want to say that this is my honest assessment, and this is nothing personal to anybody. This is just my opinion on this. And this is something that I feel like I observed for years. And to a certain degree, naturally, I understand it. Now, let me just say this and follow me for a second, right? I've noticed that because Bill Haney has made himself available to the YouTube platforms and the boxing community, You get what I'm saying? He's made himself available on several occasions. He's touched several different platforms, a lot of the platforms in which we all follow and support. You get what I'm saying? And I think in making himself available to the people, people have grown a different kind of respect and taken a different type of liking to Bill Haney and what he's doing with Dev. You get what I'm saying? And I think because of it, people that were kind of in the middle, like when it comes to who will win out of Tank and Dev, they kind of slid over more to Dev's side naturally because of the availability of Bill Haney and even Dev making appearances here or there, or, you know, giving a couple sound bites. I think that has opened people up to them in a different way, which has then allowed people to root for them in a way that they have not yet rooted for Tank Davis because he has not made himself available to the public like that. It's hard to this right here. I'm glad and salute the art man for having this clip. Salute the art man because I had grabbed this off his page. Salute to him, man. This is a rarity right here. This is a rare occasion to see Tank, you know, give his time to the people in a way. Like if Tank was doing more of this, and this is again, y'all, this is just my opinion. If Tank was doing more of this and not just popping up on the Rise podcast, let's say he came over to Just Do Boxing. Let's say the people got to really ask him some questions, engage his energy, and talk to him. You get what I'm saying? People will have a different liking and a different respect for him because it's like you get to see a different side of them when they make themselves available to the people. And I think that is something that Tank should consider. I'm not saying he should change anything. I'm just saying that's something he should consider here or there when it makes sense for him. Make yourself available to these platforms and talk your shit, because one thing I do enjoy, whether people hated this clip or not, I enjoy listening to Tank be genuinely annoyed. Like, yo, these dudes ain't better than me. And I don't care. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't care what y'all say. I got in there with all of them. Like, he gonna talk his talk. And it's not to be taken personal because they're fighters. They're competitors. Why would they say another guy could beat them if they ain't never done it? Tank gonna talk his talk. Shakur on Twitter, he talking his talk. You get what I'm saying? But if Tank make himself more available the way Devin Haney and Bill Haney have, I think people would take more of a liking to him and they would root for him even more. Do y'all get where I'm going with that? It's a different response, or it's a different energy you can gauge from a person when you're able to see somebody sit down with a platform that you support and really answer questions and give honest feedback. That's something that Bill Haney has been open to. And I think as a result, people have taken a liking to them as a team even more, and they heavily support everything they do. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is. Kirk Douglas, salute, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up. You get what I'm saying? And again, bro, Kirk, salute, bro. That's just something I noticed. And just to be respectful to everybody, because I try to be like that, I try to stay true to my name. I notice a different amount of, you know, appreciation for Devin Haney and Bill Haney because they made themselves available. Dungeon Talk, salute, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up. Saying as much power for Devin Shakur. Yeah, it's possible, bro. It's very possible. Very possible. I'm gonna play the rest of the small victories is better than none. Facts, facts, facts. Alan Johnson, salute, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up on the interview, saying he has other skills he hasn't even used in the ring. And he's going to show some in the next fight. Want to smoke with anyone? I like that. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm gonna play the rest of this, y'all, man. Let me just go back again for the people that ain't catching, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Pardon me if I missed anybody. We're gonna get through this, and I'm gonna get my take.
That would be Devin. That would be Shakur and Tank Davis himself.
Yeah,
right.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me, Javante Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I feel you,
but check this right there. But okay, so you telling me you cracked both of them, right? But I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
He didn't get no best of me. He did not get no best of me.
He jumped right off the plane and sparred Devin. Right off the plane.
No best of me. He didn't get no best of me.
Let me tell you something, man. You can go on the internet.
And I sparred him twice.
Right. And Bill
took him out the ring.
And Bill admitted that. Bill and Devin both said that.
Almost knocked him out in Floyd Gym. Did they tell you that?
Now I just want to pause it real quick. Now I just want to point something out. Do you see the conversation? One of the comments was I heard he got the best of you in sparring, right? That's one of them, right? That's one of them. I heard he got the best of you in sparring. I also heard this, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what I heard too, because I also heard exactly what Blue was saying. I heard, they did the doghouse rules. And I'm just gonna tell you exactly what I heard. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just saying what I heard. I heard they had the doghouse rules. Tank got out of the ring first. I also hear he wasn't in the best of shape either when he sparred him. That's Tank's fault. That's not Devin's fault. You get what I'm saying? Tank got out of the ring, so be it. You could say, all right, he got the best of him, right? But that's one side of it. And I'm glad they had 2 sparring sessions, because there's always 2 sides to a story, and not all sparring sessions play out the same way. I did hear that, and I believe that's possible. I do believe that's possible, because that was around the time where Tank wasn't showing to be the most disciplined fighter. So you get what I'm saying? He was putting himself in some situations that he didn't have to be in, not controlling his weight and not staying disciplined outside the camp. You get what I'm saying? So I can see that being a reality. But then you hear what else Tank said. That's also something I heard. I did hear he almost knocked Devin Haney out in sparring. I did hear Bill Haney had to take Dev out the ring. And then you heard Blue kind of agree with it. Yeah, he did say he had to take him out, or he took him out the ring or something like that. I'm gonna run it back. We gonna listen.
He ain't get no best of me. He did not get no best of me.
He jumped right off the plane and sparred Devin. Right off the plane.
No best of me. He didn't get no best of me.
Let me tell you something, man. You can go on the internet.
And I sparred him twice.
Right. And Bill
took him out the ring.
And Bill admitted that. Bill and Dev both said that.
That's my thing. Just stop it right there. We only going off what they say, and I'm just giving my interpretation of it. And salute to Blue Blood. We rock with Blue. And salute to Tank. Salute to the Rise podcast, man. This was dope. Hey, man, you heard him. Bill admitted to that. He took him out of the ring. So to me, all I take from they sparring sessions is iron sharpens iron. That's what I got. I ain't picking no damn sides. I love boxing. Not Tank, not Dev, not Shakur. I love boxing more than I love any single fighter. All I hear, with all the stuff that I heard, with everybody giving their take, the only thing I get from this situation is that iron sharpens iron. That's it. Those 2 dudes, when they got in the ring with each other twice, it was 2 different outcomes, and they both, had certain levels of success against each other. That's all I feel like. You get what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. Yeah, I heard that too. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna miss some of y'all, man. Just stop teasing, bro. Let it. My bad, Joe.
Was knocked him out in Floyd gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you how knocked him out in the gym? Did they tell you?
I don't know, but I ain't hear that.
He ain't hear that. I did. I heard it. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times people don't realize we be talking about what we heard. He's talking about what happened. When you get it from Devin Haney, you hear just recently, you heard Devin Haney explain they sparring sessions. You heard it. He talked about Devin Haney focused more on when he made Tank get out the ring, or they saying Tank quit. I get that. That's the part he was focused on. But he did allude to the fact that he did get hit with a shot in there, but he didn't spend no time on that. He didn't elaborate on that. I did a live on that before, man. I forgot the video, but Dev was talking about their sparring sessions too. And again, the only thing I hear when you hear from Tank, Dev would spend more time on the success that he had, talking about the success he had against Tank. Then when you hear Tank looked like he a little frustrated because, to be honest, I've heard it more. I've heard Devin Haney and his side speak more about the sparring than Tank. You get what I'm saying? I'm glad to actually hear it out of his mouth. And again, I don't have no dog in the race. I really believe Devin Haney got in there and had real success against Tank when he wasn't in the best of shape. Yeah, I do believe that. I do. That's Tank fault. That's not Devin Haney fault. But I also do believe that other story I heard that he cracked Dev and they had to stop it, and Broner had to jump in between of it is also. That's something else I heard. You get what I'm saying? I be hearing different from Tank. It's different hearing it from Tank. That's all I'm saying, bro. Look at his face, bro. He mean this shit. I know someone who was there. Yeah, man. A lot of people be saying that too. A lot of people, I heard some people say they was there too, for sure. I told that to everyone. Nobody believe me. Floyd Senior. Yeah, Floyd Senior. You know what? And King Judah, that's 100% facts, because I heard the same thing. I heard Floyd Sr. say that too. But this is just my opinion. That's a fact. What you said. This is just my opinion. Did y'all ever really hear somebody somebody send me a clip of Floyd Sr. saying anything good about Tank? I'll wait, yo. Anybody, any clip that you could find with Floyd Sr. saying anything remotely decent about Tank. To me, I always felt like he never liked Tank, and people could say what they want. And in the back of my mind, I felt like that was always going to be problematic to a relationship for whatever reason. You got father and son. I mean, maybe he ain't got no dealings on the business, but he always seemed like he didn't like Tank. That's my opinion. Floyd Sr. didn't seem like he really cared about Tank. He always spoke highly of Dev and not so much when it came to the Tank. Snacks B, salute, bro. Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, now I mean, I can tell when it's hate too, Ash. I can tell Tank gonna hurt your favorite fighter. favorite fighter. Yes, you heard that, and you heard it years ago. I did hear it. And again, yeah, Blue heard that shit. Before, man. Dungeon Talk, salute, man. He sounds like they're tied in the spawn. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I just want to be clear to everybody that's listening. Salute to all y'all for pulling up this morning. Y'all smash that like button. I want to be clear of how I deliver content. I'm not trying to tell a story that favors neither one of these dudes. I'm staying true to my name, and I'm assessing this information as fairly as I could. When I hear it from Dev, he got it off, but he got cracked with a shot. He didn't elaborate on that, but he elaborated more so on the success that he had in the sparring session that he had the most success in. That's natural. You get what I'm saying? Now hearing it from Tank, like, look, we sparred twice. He ain't never make me quit. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I heard him. I almost knocked him out. So it's like, if we gonna believe Dev, we gotta believe Tank. And like Dungeon said, man, they 1-1 to me. Salute to both of these young champions for getting in the ring with each other. I'm not one for hating or tearing down fighters. I just want to see the best fight the best. I like these dudes' energy. If his next two fights for Tank is Garcia and Garcia, I appreciate them fights. I'm not mad. I just explained the reasons why those fights make sense. In my opinion, you know, you got Dev on the other end. He trying to carve out more legacy. If he beat up Lomachenko and Teofimo next, I could appreciate that. I'm just here to support him, and I'm here reporting and giving y'all my perspective on what I got from all this. Miss Joette, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for pulling up. Oh, yeah, man. I had to get here early, man. I woke up early. I felt good. You know what I mean? I had to come talk to the family. Bobby Jock said it, the TMT fighter. What'd he say? What's that, Chris? Oh, Floyd Sr. never liked Tank. You see what I'm saying? Nah, that's a fact, bro. He just never says nothing good about Tank. Never. Something I noticed from the rip. I used to be like, damn, yo, what is it with Floyd Sr. and Tank? Why don't he like Tank like that? But he big up Devin Haney. So I never was a fan of that. I like what Devin Haney bring to the sport of boxing. I like what Tank Davis bring to the sport of boxing. Do I want to see Tank Davis challenge himself against the absolute best because I believe he's that talented? Absolutely. But I've said this time and time again. If you stack all these guys' resumes up at 35, even if you wanted to take T.O.'s resume at 35 and stack it up with Tank, you cannot definitively tell me none of them dudes got a better resume than him. I said this time and time before. Now, if Dev get Loma and T.O. on his resume and some back-to-back fights, now we talking. Now we can start talking about who Tank need to fight. But at the same time, if he fight Garcia after Garcia, he making a decent resume for himself as well, man. It's not too late, man. It's not too late. We can get all of these fights. A disciplined Tank is what they all fear. Facts. But hey, Roja, I'm saying this and I'm gonna mean it. One thing I kept hearing about this sparring that people made sure they mentioned when they were being real and not detractors, they was like, Tank got to do a better job of staying disciplined outside of camp. If he was in better shape, that sparring session would have went different. This is what I heard. But I understand Devin Haney took care of business. He was in shape. Tank wasn't in the best of shape, fresh off the plane. You just heard Calvin Ford said it, and he still sparred him. Give respect where it's due. I respect both of these kings for getting in the ring and doing what they did. And I hope they fight somewhere in the near future. I hope. Yeah, man. I always seen it. People don't be one to call it. I'm going to be a realist, and I know none of my content is centered around hate or tearing a person down. My stuff is perspective and observation. I deal in logic and reason. And anytime I hear a guy and Floyd Sr. speaking on Tank Davis and everything he's saying is negative, it's safe to assume he might not really like him too much, bro. Because it ain't that much bad to say about him. Not like that. Now, I think Floyd Sr. seen the lack of discipline in Tank early, and I think he had a distaste for it because his son was different. Everybody ain't Floyd Mayweather. He 1-1. give Tank credit for not being disciplined early and then understanding what he got in front of him and getting the weight under control, staying focused, staying out of trouble for the most part. You get what I'm saying? I think this dude is focused, and we all know a focused Tank is a dangerous Tank. They all know that. They all know that, bro. They can say what they want. A focused Tank is a very dangerous man. Now talking about this closed door, but Floyd knows Tank. It's a big money. It's the only big money with TMT, and Tank wants out and do his own thing for the best. And it seemed like, to me, now it seemed like now the part where I would say it seemed like they holding him back, because I don't care. People, stop making so much big deal out of the fact that he's tweeting and deleting. He obviously leave a tweet up there long enough for people to see it. So he know y'all gonna catch it and y'all gonna report on it. He know we gonna talk about it. If he say when they gonna give me my termination papers and they talking about they ain't letting them go, don't that sound like a motherfucker that's holding somebody back? This whole notion that they not holding him back, I think they are. Let the man do him. Let him sink or swim. And to be perfectly honest with you, I think he'd sink without Mayweather. I think he'd swim without Mayweather Promotions. I think he'd be just fine because he got a left and a right hand. You get what I'm saying? He got Calvin Ford. He got Coach Kenny. He got people that really care about him. I can't say that the same about the Mayweathers. Just because you put somebody in position to make money don't mean you really care about him, man. Because the first time that it's a no or a dude don't do what you say do, now you don't like him no more. Now it's beef. And you done seen this with the Mayweather camp. And this is me in respect to that camp, but they full of yes men. And it always been like that. I always said AB would never be TMT. He'd never be TMT. AB will always be about Bims because he wasn't no yes man. Him and Floyd was going to always fall out because he can't control Floyd. He can't control AB. He can't flash no jewels, no money, no cars in front of AB and get AB to sell out because that shit is in him. That shit is in him already. Shay Jackson, salute. So that to me, it seemed like they do be holding bruh back, holding him back in one end. Y'all not speaking about his fights. Y'all don't want to let him out the contract. All this weird stuff I be hearing, that shit is weird behavior. If y'all not rocking with that man, if y'all don't want to, you got people saying they don't promote him no more, so they're not about to speak on his fights. Then a couple days later, you hear that Floyd say he ain't letting him out of contract. Come on, which one is it? Sound like they holding people back, man. Tank resume is better. It is, bro. It is. I said this before, and people could disagree. I'm gonna give you the three: Pedraza, Barrios, Pedraza, Santa Cruz, Barrios. To me, them three. You take any three with the rest of these dudes at 35. I don't think they have a three that goes that can match up to them three. You get what I'm saying? And I said this before. Devin Haney get Loma and Tio. Now we talking. Definitively, that man got the best resume at 35, hands down. You get what I'm saying? He beat Cambosis twice in Australia. You look at that situation. He became undisputed doing that. That's a dope feat for a young kid. Then he turned around and beat the guy that they claiming as pound for pound. The guy that beat you. You beat the great Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko. You get what I'm saying? You whoop his ass. Then you turn around and you beat Teofimo next at 140 in your first fight. Hell yeah, you had one of the best resumes in boxing out of these young kings. Nimwell, salute, bro. Appreciate you for pulling up. How you feeling? Tank was on vacation with AB eating and bullshit, and he sparred Haney the second time. He got tired, not hurt during doghouse sparring. So where is that to brag about? Again, this is this whole quit. This is this whole quit that Blue blood. That's the point Blue was trying to bring up. That's what I heard too. I heard it was doghouse rules. I heard Tank got out the ring because of not being in shape, not being hurt, not being in shape. And I've always said that's shame on Tank, not Devin Haney. That's shame on Tank for not being in shape. But if we trying to drag something to take away, right? We understand undisciplined fighter could be his own worst enemy, right? And we know at that time Tank wasn't his most disciplined, right? So you know, for him to be that where he was then and where he's at now, you just got to give him credit. Tank is not the same fighter back then that he is now. I think he's more mature mentally. I think he's smarter. I think he's more comfortable. And as a result, I think he's a better overall fighter because of it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I heard AB had to save him, Ash. That's all I'm hearing. You get what I'm saying? I heard AB had to save him. I really did. That's what I heard. I swear that's what I heard, y'all. Easy land KO shots on flat-footed Mexicans when you have power. That's true. That's true. But I think Tank is a special Nah, hey, appreciate you, Nimwell. Appreciate you, bro, man. I'm gonna try to get to all y'all. Wait around. Yeah, man. And that's all. And again, it's just lack of discipline, Ash. And again, he got it correct. So I don't mind talking about it. Tank about the shine. I think so too. But you're right, King Jude. I see where you're going with it. I see where you're going. So that's why Devin wanted to spar Tank a second time because Tank did drop him and he didn't want to go out like he's afraid of Tank. Or am I wrong? Hey, man. Hey, I'm just saying we just talking about what we heard. I wasn't there. I heard a case for Haney. But again, if we have a real takeaway from a fight, right? Just listen to what the sparring sound like, y'all, and don't tell me, don't y'all think a fight could play out similar? Basically, what y'all hearing is Haney had success in one of the sparring sessions, but he got hurt bad in one of them too. Don't that sound like how the fight will go? He'll have success and could potentially just get himself hurt bad, which I think is really what would happen. But I like Devin Haney because a part of me do feel like he's smart enough to find a way to win. He's a very smart, disciplined. You get what I'm saying? He's stubborn in terms of sticking to the game plan. Devin Haney is going to win the way he's comfortable with winning, not the way you want him to win. You get what I'm saying? And the same could be said about Shakur. Tank going to do the same thing. They win the way they comfortable winning. And it just is what it is. When they get in the ring, it's going to be a hell of a fight. I don't have a dog in the ring. You know what I mean? In the race. I just don't. Oh, yeah. That's why I'm saying, yo, he put them tweets out there because he know people are going to catch him, y'all. He know y'all everything. Show me a Tank tweet and delete that people didn't catch yet. They catch them all, and he know it. He leave it up there just long enough for you to catch it. And I mean, y'all know that's just something he do. I mean, look, man, I don't have an opinion on that. I don't really think that's really nothing. But channels that be doing this for years don't see it. Plus, fans need to wake up. Hey, man, Ash, I'm gonna try to stay as true to my name as I could possibly be, man, and try to be fair. I don't have a dog in a race when I talk boxing. I love this sport, and I rock with these fighters. I just want to see them fight each other. And this was entertaining to see Tank, show some energy like this and finally speak where he ain't got somebody over his shoulder trying to speak for him. Kambosos, Loma, and Teal means Devin best back to back. Hey, facts, bro. But you see where I'm going, and you see why I put that in perspective. Kambosos, and let me say this, King Judah, Kambosos twice in Australia for undisputed, becoming undisputed the first time, then defending it the second time in Australia. You get what I'm saying? You got to give credit to that entire situation. Then for him to turn around, beat Loma, and then Tio, it's no arguing who resume would be the best. So that's why I stated that so people understand when I'm talking about this boxing. I don't have no bias. I don't have no favorites. Even if I have a favorite fighter, you're not going to be able to tell because I'm not ever going to deliver biased content. I just don't do it. Get the smoke. What's good with it? Smoke. How you feeling, bro? Tank talking is, and I love it, man. Where's the backlash from the little people? Oh, yeah. I knew somebody was going to say that, Smoke. I knew somebody was going to say that. I think Tank locked in. I think Dev is locked in. I think Shakur is trying to lock in. This is my feeling. I don't have no negative feelings towards these dudes. I feel like they all trying to earn their keep. I feel like Tank, Garcia, that's not a bad two fights. That's for me. Maybe for other people, those are bad fights. I said it before. Hector has the skills that Ryan don't have. Ryan has the popularity Hector don't have. That's a win-win for Tank. Back-to-back fights. Boom, boom. Beat their ass. Dev, you beat Loma. You beat Tio. Man, we cooking with grease. Know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing. I don't have no negative feelings towards these dudes. But Cam is not the best, yo. So it's not his ass that makes his resume better. Yeah. So again, when we talk about Cam Crush, because I was going into a little detail about that. And I always said this with Kambosos and Dev, you got to look at it like or not you got to look at it. A way I look at it is, I know the level of opponent, you're not going. The assessment doesn't stop at the level of opponent in the ring in terms of giving credit to that situation. Like what I'm saying is Kambosos wasn't he ain't the most flashiest name. He wasn't the most skilled boxer. He wasn't the most elite. But I think when you start to you factor in things like what Devin Haney had to deal with, you go to Australia, that's hostile territory. He didn't know if his father was going to be there to the very last minute in the first fight. You get what I'm saying? To go over there and to win the way he won on hostile ground, knowing people will criticize you, he still won the way that made sense for him to win. Then he became undisputed in hostile territory. He doubled back and defended his undisputed crown over there in Australia, beat that guy again just as convincingly, and probably did more damage to him. You get what I'm saying? It's just some things, some layers, like some things that you factor in about the Kambosos fight outside of the actual action that took place in the ring that allows me to give Devin Haney the credit I give him. You get what I'm saying? It's not just the level that Kambosos showed in the ring, because we all know that by far is not the best fighter. You get what I'm saying? But when you factor in some more, you know what I mean? You count in some more factors, man, you'll see where I'm going with that. How much you Santa Cruz was at 130? Yeah. But I said, you got a point, D Free. You got a point, because he ain't at 35. You got a point, so I guess I would have to just say, that Pedraza was too. But I say this, not resume at 135, because I don't want to be confused here. I don't want to confuse the people. Not the resume, period. Because when I say resume, Devin Haney whole career, I believe he fought. Did he fight lighter than 135? But Tank whole career wasn't at 135. So it's like when they argue about resumes a lot. You get what I'm saying? And I think what Tank did say is his resume at 35 is crap. I go off their whole resume, and their entirety of their resumes. I think Tank right now got a slight leg up to me when I look at the three best opponents on his resume as opposed to anybody else best 3 opponents. That's just me, though. That's just me. It don't have to be one way. That's just the way I seen it. But you're right, D Free. Good shit, bro. We haven't seen Tank with a gut in a year now. Talk about it, bro. There's something to be said. A focused Tank is a dangerous Tank. And he started being focused after Leo. He put Leo to sleep, and he was in the gym the next day. Yeah, it was different, man. It was different. Sound like that's how it's gonna play out, man. Tank got wins at 40. Yeah, he got to win at 140 for sure. Dev got them belts. Facts. It's just like they picking and poking, man, but they're a couple fights away from each other, realistically, man. Like, I don't think they gonna fight no time soon. You know what I mean? As of like in right now, like it ain't gonna happen. And home his father and trained and ran, come back. Yo, you stupid ass. Nah, I'm just telling you, that dude is a dangerous guy. Tank need those belts. Facts, Jay. That's the way to get the people to stop. And the way to get them, you know, to stop them talking is to beat somebody that the people think you can't beat, or the people think you won't fight. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because see, again, Chris, and again, that's to my point. When you make yourself available to the people, there's a different appreciation that people tend to have for you. You get what I'm saying? It's just a totally different appreciation people have for you. You make yourself available. People hear how you talk. They get to gauge your energy. It's just a different feel. I mean, I got that when I watched the David Benavidez interview. And I never disliked Benavidez. I just walked away from the interview liking him more because the dude was humble as hell, answered questions. He gave credit where it was due. He didn't slight no fighter. I'm like, yo, that's a side that everybody don't see. So, you know, people always appreciate that. I got you right now, D Free. Say no more, brother. My bad, y'all. I meant to throw the link in there for y'all so y'all ain't gotta keep typing and shit. My bad, y'all. And the belts does not change. No, it don't. Again, that's why I said. It's not the level of opponent that made what Devin Haney accomplished as great as what it was. It was the circumstances that surrounded the entire situation. Hostile territory. You get what I'm saying? You in Australia, down under. You in this dude backyard. He got the belts. You get what I'm saying? You beat him. You don't know if your father was going to be there. That could have threw off your game plan. It's like a bunch of ways that could have went. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's the factors to the lead up to these fights that I think made the wins impressive. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that not beating Kambosos the way he beat him ain't impressive, but I know people gonna look at the level of opponent, and you're not, you know what I mean? You're not moved by it. So I get it. So I look a little bit deeper than the level of the opponent, and I look at the shit that factored in, that took place with him having to fight him over there twice. So it's like, that's why I give Devin Haney the most credit. It's not so much for beating Kambosos, it's for beating him twice in his hometown, and not only taking his belts in his hometown, but defending his belts in his hometown and beating him again. That's why I give Devin Haney the credit. D Free, what's good, bro?
What's going on, man?
What's good with it?
I just wanted to chop on this daggone, like, everybody always talking about Tank Davis. Everybody always talking about Tank Davis in the sparring. Oh, I got the best of Tank Davis in the sparring. But if y'all really pay attention, The only time they talk about they got the best of Tank Davis in sparring is when they go to the doghouse rules, when there's no bell and nobody jumping, they just going until somebody drop. That's not what's going to happen in a real fight. That's not going to happen in a real fight. When y'all get in a boxing ring, y'all going to get 3 minutes, then y'all going to go back, sit down, take a break, and then y'all going to get 3 minutes again. Nobody talks about what happened before the doghouse. They only talk about what happened when they had the doghouse rules. So what happened before the doghouse rules? Was Tank getting out on you? And you say, okay, fuck it, let's go to the doghouse rules. So y'all gotta pay attention to what they talk about. Everybody that talk about they got the best of Tank Davis is when they went to the doghouse rules. It's not before that shit happened. It's always when they went to the doghouse rules. I got the best of Tank Davis. Yeah, Tank Davis is small. You probably overwhelmed him over time because there's no break. Y'all just going straight blow for blow for 5-10 minutes, however long, until somebody drop. So, or until somebody give up. So, but that's not what's going to happen when you get in a real boxing matchup.
I said that, and again, to me, when you really see how they broke down in sparring, it sounds like something similar to how a fight could go. Could I see the longer, taller Devin Haney, you know, a guy that's more elusive, he fight from the outside more? Could I see him having success early against Tank, especially given the fact that Tank is a very patient fighter? Absolutely, but at some point, we all know Tank get fed up, and he's not going to just sit back there and take no ass whooping round after round after round without making his presence felt. And that's the question that I have. Once he make his presence felt, what's going to happen? That's all.
Yeah, I just hate people always dwelling on the sparring, but then when we talk about the sparring, but that's not a real matchup. So why the hell y'all dwelling on the sparring when it comes to Tank Davis? Y'all, this person got out on Tank Davis in sparring. But
that's true, King Judah.
The sparring don't
You're free
matter.
To come up too, bro. King Judah.
Everybody talking about the sparring don't matter, but then when it comes to Tank Davis, that's all they want to talk about. This person got out on Tank Davis in sparring. Well, what the fuck they do when they got in the ring?
Yeah. Cobbs was talking a lot of shit. I don't know if y'all caught that when he sparred Devin Haney. He was talking a lot.
Your mic went out, JusDueBoxing.
My bad. I went on mute for a second. He was saying Devin Haney. He was talking a lot when he was sparring Devin Haney, like saying his power. You know, Blair Cobbs is a silly guy, man. He's a silly dude. The doghouse really benefit the guy with more power. Now, that's why I said you could come up here, bro, because I know you always got good points. And I just want to say this real quick. Y'all know how I give it up over here. Nothing has to be one way with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, feel free to chime in, speak y'all, talk y'all shit.
All right, man. Look, I just wanted to say, I came in. I just wanted to focus on one thing about Devin Haney and the Kambosos situation. You can't continue to discredit Kambosos as a fighter when he got in the ring and he beat Teofimo Lopez through the course of a fight. He didn't get lucky and knock Teofimo Lopez out. That wasn't a lucky fight. I hate when people say he got lucky. He beat that man every single round of that fight. You got to giving credit to people like Isaac Cruz for surviving Tank Davis. What kind of shit? What universe do we do that? He get more credit than Kambosos for surviving Tank in a fight that he lost.
No,
that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense.
It's in there, Jeff. Y'all free to cook, bro.
I said that too. I said a lot of people, they don't like Kambosos because of the shit that he did after he got the belt. But Kambosos is not a bad fighter. Now, he's not an elite fighter by no means.
Yeah.
He's not an elite fighter, but he's not a bad fighter. And I've been saying that for a minute. And I actually picked Kambosos to win against Theo the exact way he went. I said he was going to win by split decision. And that's exactly what happened. But like I said, you can't give, like you said, you can't give Pitbull credit for surviving Tank Davis, but then shit on Kambosos when he beat Teo from round 1 to round 12. You can't do it. You can't have it both ways.
Man, listen.
Go ahead and cook, bro. This is why we here.
Cook to everyone. And some of y'all ain't gonna like this, but that's why I love being me. I make motherfuckers feel uncomfortable.
Grind hard, too, bro.
Follow me real quick. Now, I hear the thing about
my bad question. I don't think Kambosos is better than everybody Tank fought. I don't think so, but that's a.
I don't know. It's not. No, he's
But go
not.
ahead, Crush. My bad, Crush.
Listen,
Go ahead, Crush.
let me say this real quick, and I really want y'all to start taking this into real serious consideration, because this is the damn problem. See, people, we in a time where making a name, having a name means more than anything else. Having a name means more than what the quality that you possess. That's what this shit is about. Everybody want a name and have a name. But dig this reality here. Just because somebody gets a belt doesn't mean that they A or B level fucking level fighters. That's just fact.
I
And
got
I'm
you,
gonna
King
give you
Judah.
one example.
You're welcome
I
to
can
come
give
back
you
up,
many.
bro. Whenever you're ready.
I can
Go ahead, Crush.
I'm just gonna give you one. Rocky Feld, and I'm gonna keep on going on with this. All right. Now, with this resume shit, I'm tired of it. All right. Now, Kambosos, like Dwayne said, he's not garbage. He's a good fighter, but he's not great and he's not elite. Okay. Now, just because he beat T.O., do that make him a great fighter? No, because T.O. is not fucking great. See, a lot of times we just been giving some of these guys a little too much fucking credit, because T.O. never been an A-level fighter in my eyes, and shit has shown. Showed in the Kambosos fight, forget all that shit. He took all that time off, did all that other bullshit. That was on him, because we seen people partying bullshit and still handle their business. So, furthermore, don't try to use that as a fucking example. So just because a guy had a belt, you don't get to elevate his level of a fighter is because he beat somebody with a fucking belt. That don't make that. That don't happen. Because if that was the case, then every C-level fighter in boxing history would have became an A or B level fighter when he was better than the A. Hold on, when he was better than the A, huh? Oh, when he was
Sorry
an
to
A,
rule
they
with
just
you, bro.
best of a fucking A-level fighter, or he wasn't on his shit. So what I'm saying to you, all this shit about
Facts,
this
King
resume,
Judah.
Dev, Shakur, and this, that, and the other, they resumes ain't shit. And the reason why they resumes ain't shit, because y'all said it. Because y'all turn around and say one thing and y'all say another, and I'm gonna bow y'all right to y'all point. Because first y'all say, oh, well, he hasn't fought anybody. Okay, he hasn't fought anybody. Then at the same time, you're doing the opposite. Which one is it? None of these guys is going to beat somebody until they fight each other. Because all y'all say this shit all
And
the
real
time.
quick,
Y'all just don't use those as that word.
that's why I put it in perspective, bro. And that's a good point. See, again, I understand that just the level, the overall level of Kambosos, people are not moved by him. Like, you get what I'm saying? They don't feel like he's elite. So that's why I say you got to go a bit deeper than just the skill that he possessed. You got to say, is this guy, look at the little run. It ain't saying it's the most impressive, but for him, he was coming off win after win. I know it was split decision because I got on his ass about it, but he got 3 of them joints in a row. He beat Teofimo coming off his biggest win. So it's like when you put things in perspective, I ain't saying that makes Kambosos elite, but I think in putting things in perspective, when you peel back them layers and you look at the circumstances that surrounded it, he coming off his biggest win. He beat a guy coming off his biggest win. You get what I'm saying? And Teofimo, look how people was bigging him up before he lost. Look how much credit, like King Judah said, people gave him when he beat Lomachenko. Then all of a sudden he get beat by Kambosos. Kambosos ain't shit. So it's like, it's exactly what Crush saying. Which one is it? That's why I don't call fighters bums, and that's why I put things in perspective. That's why I always say in boxing there are many layers. People deal with a lot of surface level information. Yo, when you really want to have these conversations, you got to peel them layers back, man. I say it all the time.
Yeah,
Put things in perspective. Kambosos coming off his biggest win and stringing them wins together, got to give some credit. He beat Teofimo. You get what I'm saying? And Dev beat him, and he just coming off his biggest win. So that's why I give Dev the most credit. And again, I say hostile territory because I've seen people go to hostile territory and fold. I've seen people fold in their backyard. What Montana Love just do? Get what I'm saying? So again, that's more perspective for me. Now, it doesn't have to be one way. Maybe somebody don't see it that way. That's why we had these conversations. So y'all up here, y'all free to chime in, but that's for me. That's why
I wanted to jump in because there's a lot about what Mr. P. I'm not quite. I can't say your name, but it's a lot about what he said that I disagree with. But I definitely agree with the idea that we won't really know, like those are the elite guys. And, when it comes to really when it comes to Devin Haney and Tank, because even though we started this conversation about Ryan, and what Ryan's saying. What we're really talking about is Devin and Tank, because Ryan's never had a belt anywhere. Nobody's talking about Ryan's resume when it comes to like this conversation. It's really just about like Dev and Tank, right? So when it comes right down to it, like within that matchup, those guys are the elite at like 135. And if you just look at their resume up to right now, I would say that like Tank has like the better win in Leo Santa Cruz, but the skill gap, like everybody knew that was gonna fucking happen as soon as they like announced the fight. So it's not like, while he does have the best accolade kind of thing, when it comes to like level of competition, I don't think there's really much to talk about when it like in comparison, right? They just are on the same plane. It's like it's good for boxing fans like us who are like obsessed over like the minute details of this stuff. But like for real, like there's no real gap between the level of competition that Devin Haney's faced and the level of competition that Tank's faced.
No, I said that. You're right.
That's what I'm saying overall.
We all saying that.
Exactly.
But
when it comes down to the resume conversation, I'm gonna land my plane on this one. When it comes to the resume conversation, like who your accolades are part of that. Who you fought is part of that, and what happened in those fights are part of that. That's all part of your resume. Go ahead.
And that's what I said, because it's only really if you want to be technical and you want to say who's elite at 135. Now that Shakur is there, there's only 3 or 4 people that's elite at 35. Everybody else is that second or third tier of opponents. So to be honest with you, none of them is going to have an excellent resume until they fight each other. That's why I don't talk about resume. Everybody bring up resume. I'm like, okay, well, who did the guy fight? I said, because if you look at what the Tank Davis resume, he fought a lot of good guys. You got to look at the guys that he fought. He fought a lot of good guys. Yeah, I might say they ain't shit because the way Tank Davis ended their ass, but before Tank Davis got in the ring with him, niggas was talking about, oh, this going to be Tank Davis' toughest fight. Oh, this person going to be Tank Davis' toughest fight. And then Tank Davis made it look easy. That's why I don't talk about resumes. I talk about how that guy's going to match up to that guy. I don't talk about the resume. Because the resume don't mean shit.
Yeah, and again, for me, I think the reason I even spoke about resume, because I feel like I could drive the conversation in a different direction than most people by putting things in perspective, which is something it seems like a lot of people can't do. You get what I'm saying? I'm always going to try to be logical about it. So again, these resumes, like Smoke said, and I was saying this yesterday, the gap is not a real one. And I even went so far to say, you know, look at right now, Devin Haney, you just beat Kambosos twice. You get what I'm saying? I just explained why I felt like he got credit for that win. You get what I'm saying? Why I felt like he deserved credit. Give me 2 seconds, yo. Y'all go ahead. Give me 2 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, because I heard people saying that Rolly Romero was gonna be Tank Davis' toughest fight.
So that's
I mean, people were saying that, like, you know, Devin was going to lose because of, you know, corruption. People were saying that, like, there are people that said that didn't give Tank any credit before, that said if he beat Mario Barrios, then they would start giving him credit.
He's done.
But, like, right now, like, who the hell gives Tank credit for beating Mario Barrios?
I mean, yeah, people don't, but I do.
Yeah, because I had this argument with Coach. I know. I mean, I don't. You know, Coach is get the smoke. Man, Coach had this argument. He said, "Oh, Rolly Romero is gonna be Tank Davis' toughest fight." I'm like, no, it's not. Tank Davis gonna make that shit look easy. And all Rolly tried to do, he tried to rough him up, and then Tank Davis hit him with the shot in the 6th round, and it was over. That's all it was.
But you gotta put that into perspective too. Like what JusDueBoxing said. Coach picked to go to beat Ryan Garcia. Like if Coach don't like you, then that's like, you know, that's just what he does. Like,
but I'm gonna be honest with you. The toughest fight I seen Tank Davis in to date, all of his fight to date, the toughest fight I seen Tank Davis in was the daggone Pedraga fight. That was the toughest fight I've seen him in. Other than that, all the rest of his fights pretty much look the same. They try to roughhouse him, and Tank Davis figures him out, and then it's over. All the rest of the fights look pretty much the same. That Pedraza fight was the toughest fight I've seen Tank Davis in, because Pedraza was hitting Tank and he wasn't going nowhere, and then Tank Davis it just took the toll, and Tank Davis got him out of there.
Well, I mean, I guess really, like, so for me, like, as a person who's picking Devin Haney to beat Tank, and it's not just because I'm from Oakland, in Oakland, and I'm putting it, but that might be, you know, I'm not saying that that's not part of it. I'm just saying there's a technical reason, not necessarily like even a technical reason. It's an attribute reason, something that I've seen in Tank, that he just loses focus during fights, and he gets down early in fights from outboxing. So, like, I feel like Devin Haney is able to make the necessary adjustments throughout the fights that will make Tank, like, that will lead Tank to be distracted in the fight, at least over 7 rounds, right? And now the question is, right? The question really is, like, do I think that Tank can win the fight without stopping Devin, without dropping or stopping Devin? And the answer to that one is no. I don't think he could just, like, outbox him and win.
I hear people say that all the time. I hear people say that all the time, but at the same token, I always see Devin get hit with the same punch with at least the last 3 or 4 fights. He's getting hit with the same punch, and it's always the later round. So it's not about if Tank Davis can beat him on the scorecards, because I don't think it's going to go to the scorecard. I think is I believe if it goes to the scorecard, Devin might be up. He might be up enough to win on the scorecard. But is Devin going to be able to not get hit with that punch? Because, like I said, I've seen him get hit with that punch for the last 4 fights. And the Linares, he got rocked.
Me too, right, my bro.
Davis hit way harder than Linares.
So even without getting hit by the same punch over and over, like, even you don't need to even get, but with Tank, like, Tank sees the right shot and he knows how to throw it with speed, power, and accuracy. So, like, to me, like, at 135 pounds, as a person who is picking Devin, Tank is the most dangerous fight, in my opinion, and the one that makes me the most nervous. Like, the only thing I'm, like, even hanging my hat on in picking Devin is the fact that this dude gets distracted in fights. Like, for real. Like, their styles and all this stuff. If Tank is on his, if Tank is about his business, like, if Tank, well, anyway, I'm not even gonna go there. Like, all I'm saying is that fight makes me nervous. Not Shakur, not Loma, not none of those guys. But
I picked Tank Davis. I picked Tank Davis and all both of those fights against Shakur Stevenson, against Devin Haney. I picked Tank Davis because I all see them getting hit in the later rounds. And with Tank Davis, all he got to do is be perfect for 1 second. They got to be perfect for 10 rounds. I mean, for 12 rounds. He just got to be perfect for 1 second. That 1 second, we're in the night. And I see them get hit in the later rounds every single fight. Shakur is excellent in the early rounds, but towards the later rounds, his defense slacks up and he get caught with shots. He did it with Valdez, and he did it with the last fight, and he did it with the fight before that. In the later rounds, his defense slacks up.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Listen, I think I got Tank beating everybody but Dev, and I'm just edging Dev, and I'm, like I said, it could be some home cooking involved, but I do also see some technical, like, I do see, like, the style matchup, and there's some attributes where, yeah, it also, like, beyond what I'm saying, like, Devin could pull this out. But really, the whole point of this is, I don't think they're going to fight at 135. I think if they ever fight, it's going to happen at 147 pounds, and Tank won't be the same fighter.
I don't see Tank Davis. I don't see Tank Davis going to 147. I see Tank Davis probably going to 140. I don't see him going to 147.
Only because
the money's at 147. At some point, like, he might be.
I don't see him ever going to 47.
How many 5'5", 147 pounders is it? I mean,
it's just like Floyd going up and competing at 154. Right?
I got you.
It's only like a couple of guys, a couple of fights for money fights.
But Floyd
and all those guys, and the guys that he fought. Hold up a second. The guys he fought at those higher weights, for the most part, they came up from the lower weights. Like, so,
no, but
like
what
I'm saying,
like
when Devin's at 147, when Ryan's at 147. All those guys that used to be at 135, but they're not at 147. I think he'll take. But I think the Ryan fight will happen before then. But I'm just saying, like the Dev fight, if it ever happens, it'll be a big ass money fight at the glamour division welterweight for the most money.
I'm telling you, it's not going to happen at 47. I don't see Tank Davis going to 47.
What you call it? I was just talking about it, bro.
Tank Davis is too small. I don't see him going to 47. He's too small. Now everybody said, "Oh, well, Manny Pacquiao was an anomaly." Everybody talking about Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather was 5'8". He's not 5'5". He's 5'8". I know people say, "Oh, Floyd's small," but he's 5'8".
But he's 5'8" at the 154-pound division, and he never weighed more than 150. He never weighed more than 150 pounds.
I'm not saying he did.
All I'm saying is Tank. All I'm saying is all Tank has to do is come in at 142 pounds to fight at 147. He has to make the 147-pound limit. Tank can weigh 145 pounds. He's been in there with guys that weigh more. He's been in there with middleweight.
I'm just telling you. I don't think Tank Davis will ever fight at 147. I'm just telling you.
Tank Davis is not really going to maximize
it. He said it'd be pushing it. He said it'd be pushing it, just like
listen, Tank Davis is about his cash, bro.
I get where you're going through, though, bro.
Money at 135. If you think he's making money at 135, can you imagine what he's gonna make at 147?
God body salute.
Listen what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm telling you is what this man said out of his own mouth. He said 140 was too much for him. He said 140 is too much. So if that man said 140 is too much, he's going to definitely say 147 is.
No, I got you, but I'm not saying he's going to compete there. I'm saying he's going to have some fights there. Like even in the Ryan fight, they're talking about that he's going to fight at a catch weight. Like he's going to fight outside the 135 limit. Technically, that he's already in the 140-pound limit. It's discussing the Ryan fight. He just doesn't want to compete there. And I'm saying the same way he's taking a couple of fights here at 140, because like literally this Ryan fight is like, if you want to be real about it, it's happening in the 140-pound division.
136.
But my whole thing is, I don't see Tank Davis having to move up to fight none of them because they the one calling out Tank Davis. Tank Davis not calling them out. So if you want Tank Davis, come to his weight class. That's what how I see it.
Appreciate you, Chris.
No, I got you. But this is 2022. I'm asking you to like put your mindset in 2026.
I don't care about 2026. Whatever weight class it is, it's going to be Tank Davis's weight class. You're calling him out. Why do he have to go to your weight class?
Well, no, it's not even about his. It's not about who calling out and all that stuff. It's that the most money for these fights are going to happen at 147 pounds.
Yeah, I think that's what he just smoke. You just talking about like money fights.
The money going to be wherever they at. Period. It's a money fight regardless. They don't have to be at 147 for it to be a money fight. The most money. Tank Davis is doing 230 pay-per-views now. Why
I mean that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if you think about it, just like Tank Davis is like we said an anomaly, and we're also talking about the other anomalies that also came up from the lower weight classes that happened to compete. Like if you look at all those guys, they made the bulk of their money in the 147-pound division. But even though they were making money at the lower weight classes, Oscar De La Hoya being like a chief example. But beyond that thing, all I'm saying is for all of the money that Tank is making at lightweight, he would probably be making more at welterweight because you see way more guys making money at welterweight than you do at lightweight.
No, I'm gonna tell you the reason why guys at welterweight makes more money than they do at the lightweight. There's more known names at welterweight. That's why they make more money at welterweight. But the guys that's at 135, Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, those guys are known. Tank Davis is already a pay-per-view star. You don't have to be at 47 to make a $15 million bag with those guys. You don't have to be at 47 to make that.
I don't disagree. But I mean, we're definitely on the same page.
Montana love up so bad,
it could very well be that Tank can stay at 135 and for the rest of the entirety of his career, retire at 36 years old and only fight at the lightweight divisions. All I'm saying is those other guys can't maintain that weight class, right? So while they're making their names and making millions and all that stuff, he will be fighting guys that don't have the same kind of market value that Tank does, right? So increase their market. Those guys will be making tens of millions of dollars. Tank will
I'm
be
about
too,
to play
but his
it, bro.
opponents won't. So when you put Tank making $10 million with his opponents who are making tens of millions of dollars in a glamour attention to it, because that's like traditionally, not just right now, but historically, the welterweight division has gotten way more attention than the lightweight division, and it's always been.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, because those names are known, because people was watching. A lot of those guys came from the smaller weight. People was watching them at the smaller weight. Now all of those guys, all those guys got into one weight class. Now, if all those guys was to be in 140 pounds, that's going to be the money. That's going to be the money. That's going to be the money. The money division, because all those guys is at 140.
Appreciate you, Jeff.
I got you. At this point in the 140-pound division's history, it's never been the money division. But what has been the money division for as long as we've been alive and I'm alive, it's been the 147-pound division.
He said, "I've been alive."
It's cash. That's how Sugar Ray Robinson made cash. That's how Floyd Mayweather made his cash. These boys right now, they're talking about one of the biggest fights in boxing that everyone talks about, at least in the YouTube, is that Bud versus Spence.
I just explained the reason why it's 147, because that's usually where those smaller guys end up at. All of those guys that we saw was the elite of the smaller division. They all end up at 47. So that's why they became the money division. But if all those guys was at 140 pounds, that would be the money division. If they was at 135, that would be the money division, because all those guys is in that division.
Modern King salute, bro.
For me, the whole it's a little bit more than that.
It's not.
If you look at a guy let me finish, bro. Shane Mosley. The reason why that guy moved up was because there's no money in no division. And soon as he moved up, that's where the stars are. Was in the welterweight division. So when he moved up, he skipped 140 altogether. Costa Zoo was fucking there. Zab Judah, Tim. He had guys there who had names, but the money was in fighting Oscar De La Hoya, because that division is traditionally where you have the stars, you have the cash, and you have the marketability. And even though those guys were in 140, all I'm saying is those same guys were also at 140 pounds, but they didn't have that same kind of marketability, because there's more guys. There's always, but hold up a second. The reason why I think that is that I think more human beings are actually that kind of weight class, that height and weight. When you start getting outside of that fucking thing, you start to getting into smaller numbers. I think it just has a more appeal to most people, because they're not most people aren't 6 feet or taller, and most people aren't 5'7" and shorter. That's what I think the appeal is. But that's just that's my own shit, right?
It has nothing to do with the actual division. It's just because that's where the fighters.
You cut out, D-Free. Mr. Haney, what's your thoughts on Tank being the cash cow despite not having a belt?
Yeah, I mean, so Tank is either a 3-division champ, depending on how you look at it, or he's a three-time 1-division champ. But Tank is really, to me, he's one of the best 130 pounds that ever lived. And also,
get my ass beat out here.
I don't know. I don't know that Tank doesn't have a belt. He just has a belt that is only recognized in that sanctioned body. But Tank is a draw unto himself. Floyd Mayweather. And also, boxing is still one of the purest examples of capitalism we have in sports. Exactly. All you got to do is have a name and be interested, right?
Fighter LPABBB.
I'm gonna put it like this: if Tank Davis and Devin Haney was to fight right now, not saying what the weight class is. If they were to fight right now, how much pay-per-view do you think they would do?
Over 500K.
Grind hard.
Whatever. Yeah, I think that would be a fight that not just the black community would buy. I think a wider community.
I'm not talking about network they on. I'm not not talking about the weight class.
Yeah, no, got it. I'm just talking about the pay-per-view buying public, right? Like, I think.
How much do you think it would
be? 400
Chris,
plus.
He was out there explaining, like,
plus.
man, damn.
Yeah, if they did it on Showtime, they get like 90% of that.
Tank had him explaining.
Okay.
They get like.
No, I'm not worried about the network. I'm not worried about the network.
I'm just saying that affects how much money the fighters keep.
No, I'm just saying I'm not worried about the network.
I'm
just saying 400 plus.
Yeah,
so you think it would do 400 plus? So why they couldn't do it at 135? They still will make the most money that they will make at 400 plus. That's the most money they will make.
I'm not saying I don't know that the most money that they're going to make is at 135. I mean, the most money they make right now. I don't know that they wouldn't make more than 400K if it happened at welterweight. I think it probably would make more money than it.
Being at 120.
It'd be a way bigger fight, especially if they're both still undefeated at that time. And you got like a multi-division champ who's built his own fucking rest. Like, of course.
Tank been at 126, 130, 135, and 140. Facts, whatchamacallit. Terence Crawford, is almost sold out. A modern king.
Terence Crawford is at 147. Terence Crawford is at 147. He don't even make as much money as Devin Haney and Tank Davis.
Somebody on YouTube.
But I mean, Devin Haney is a guy that is gaming the system for his cash, right? He's getting 2 checks and getting like ownership rights and stuff.
Skywalker,
so he can take some L's on the fighter purse side of it because he's making money on the ownership side. But Tank Davis, that's what Devin Haney's doing.
Yeah.
Right. So, but Tank Davis he's on pay-per-view. So while his fighter purse, he don't need all that stuff. And also, I'm not quite sure what his relationship is, but it sounds like he's just like fighter under contract. But he does have Tank Davis promotion. I don't know what that's about. But definitely because his pay-per-views and his events are sold out, and if you look at PBC, like all of their PBC YouTube, like the millions of views and like Tank fights and all that shit. If he's getting percentages of that, that's what like Tank is raking it in like no other guy, right?
No, but I'm just going back
to lightweight. Like Tank is on a different level with these dudes. I'm
just going back to the fact that you said 147 is the money division, but
it is.
They're making more money than Bud Crawford at 135.
Yeah, they got 100.
Hold on a second.
Signatures out of 170.
If you look at how much money Bud Crawford at 147 versus how much money Tank is making at 135, and you think that Tank is making more, you're tripping.
Hold on.
I think he got one, Ash.
Hold up. The only person that's making more money than Devin Haney and Tank Davis at 147 is Earl Spence.
No, Bud was making $4 million. Bud was making $4 million fights in 2018.
He just got that.
No, he's been doing that shit since 2018. That's what the record showed. That is what the court record showed. That this dude has been getting at least
3.5. He was getting 3.5.
Facts, Scales.
Okay, the whole point of my entire point is that like Tank made a bunch of money off the ROLLIE fight, and he made some money off the thing, but like Tank is like relatively
got like 160
like multi-million-dollar fights.
Got a 200.
He's there now, and he's good.
That shit ain't going to work
when it comes to
I laugh every time I see it.
And Tank is in a different kind of. Hold up a second. Let me hold up a second. Tank is also in a different kind of position because he has like Al Heyman as his manager. Right, and he's also had 40 per man. That was somewhere else. But all I'm saying is Tank is not representative of the lightweight division.
The point that I'm making is none of those guys, except for Earl Spence, is making more than Devin.
Let me show y'all Tank one more time. Going to work.
Okay, right. So again,
right.
So like I said, Bud Crawford.
Listen. You saying that's the money division? Terence Crawford was getting 3.5 up until the fucking Sean Porter fight and this fight. He was getting 3.5. Tank Davis got more than 3.5 his last fight. Devin Haney was getting more than 3.5 the previous fights.
So he was getting. I mean, I'm not trying to argue that.
No, but listen
bro,
what I'm saying.
He's been there since 2018. Where was Tank? What was Tank making in 2018?
Listen what I'm saying.
You're saying listen to 3.5 for 4 years.
Let me finish. You already said what you're saying.
It's not even 3.5.
You said your piece. Let me finish saying what I'm saying. Like I said, his contract was 3.5. Tank Tank Davis and Devin Haney are making more money than all of those other guys at 147 except Spence. So you saying that's the money division, but they're not making more than Devin and Tank.
Okay.
They're not making more money than them. So how is that?
Okay.
More money than them.
I'm telling you why. Because if just walk with me for a second. For 4 years, if you were to go back to 2018 and look at what Tank Davis has made, you would see that Bud Crawford was making more than Tank Davis. Right now, what we understand from Bud Crawford is that he's supposed to be making 8 figures. Whether or not you think he is making 8 figures or not is a horse of another color, right? All I'm saying is, from the media reports, this dude has made at least a killing on a guarantee, right? And not only that, he is supposed to be in negotiations for a much bigger fight. And that is why, because even though that guy came up from the lightweight division, he's making the most money of his entire career as a welterweight.
Yes, he is. He is. But
correct. Like I keep telling you, bro, that it's about divisions. I'm not talking about individuals. No matter which individual you choose, the division
you said that division was the money division. Why those other guys are not making that money? Because Tank Davis and Devin are at 135.
Okay, so you tell me. All right, So do you think? I'm gonna go through it. Let's go through it. I'm gonna go through it with you. Let's go through it because I understand where you're coming from. Ugas made multi-millions fighting Spence. But we know that Pacquiao and Ugas made multi-millions fighting each other. Porter made multi-millions fighting Spence. Right? And this is just them fighting Spence. Danny Garcia, we also know that guy made multi-millions in the welterweight division.
Yeah.
These are like 5 or 6 guys, right? That made millions in the welterweight division. Please tell me how many people you can name that make multi-millions in the lightweight division.
I don't give a fuck about nobody else in the lightweight division. I'm talking about Tank.
I'm just talking about the comparative divisions, bro.
Tank and Devin is making more money than those guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you think they make money in the lightweight division, imagine the money they'll make in the welterweight division.
No, the whole point of my argument is they don't have to go to 147 to fight. If Devin wants to fight so bad, he can fight him at 135.
That's fantastic. It can happen that way. I understand that whole thing. If he wants Tank so bad, it could happen that way. If he wants Tank so bad, it happens at 135. That is a completely different conversation. All I'm talking about is what I think is more likely to happen, because the way that I understand the business to be. I think it is more likely to happen later on in the career, in like 2 or 3 years, that they will fight at 147 for a way bigger fucking bag. They would make it 135. Pardon my cursing.
Y'all funny as hell. Yeah, man. I love y'all too. Go with that, boy. That shit just I just get over here laughing at y'all. Just smoke, man. Smoke coming with the smoke. Y'all don't stop. I love y'all though. It's all good, but yeah, man. This is what these conversations do, man. But what y'all think about Shakur Stevenson on Twitter? Man, he said he said Tank too little. He'd never let no midget beat him.
Like I said in the chat, if that was the case, why you're just now moving to 135?
Yeah.
Hector Garcia moved to 135, and he got in the ring with Tank Davis. You could have got your ass in the ring with Tank Davis. If you got so much to say on Twitter, get your ass in there with Tank Davis.
Yeah, I know for me, like when I see fighters do that, I understand it. Like, there's fighters being fighters. He gonna talk his shit the same way Tank gonna talk his, and I like it as long as it result into a fight at some point. You get what I'm saying? But I think, like I said before, that Shakur gotta get his feet wet there first. I don't care who they put him in there with in terms of the challenge. I want to see any challenge like that they're gonna put him in there with. I love to see the Williams and Peta or even Pitbull, but I doubt it. I don't even know which fight gonna be first for him, but I know he's gonna be pretty much with all the smoke, man. He ain't coming to 35 to play.
I think he should have got his feet
get in there though. All of them.
he should have got his feet wet with Hector Garcia because he called him out.
Yeah. He said he had beat him easy with a full training camp. He said he'd beat him easier than he beat Gutierrez and Chris Colbert if he had a full training camp. I did a video on that. I like the way Hector was talking.
Yeah, they could have made that fight at 135. Both of them moving up to the division, they could have fought each other at 135. But
facts, man.
Tank Davis saved his ass.
I think Shakur Stevenson, he's the favorite against anybody at 135. I'm not saying he unbeatable.
Thanks, Modern King. With it, salute to my Jersey brother Shakur, man. He be with it, man. I like G5. What's good with it, bro? What's good? How you feeling, Brody?
Just dude, you ain't gonna skip over what I just said.
Oh, what you said?
Tank Davis saved Shakur ass.
Oh. I thought I would have loved to see that too, because I was talking about it at the time when I heard Hector Garcia. I'm like, damn, that's good. Like, he didn't waste no time talking crazy, but it's just unfortunate like that it had to play out like this. I want to see him test it. Like, yeah, people don't get it. I'm really a boxing fan. I want to see all these dudes test it. I don't care who lose. That's not going to be the end of the world. I know not to take none of this shit personal. This is entertaining. It's supposed to be fun. I don't make it stressful for people. That's why I try to have conversations that's not stressful to the people that's listening. This shit's supposed to be fun, man. Seeing Tank put hands on Montana Love as I talk over it is fun.
No, Tank will fuck Montana Love up.
Quietly, I put it on mute on purpose so it wouldn't be over us. But it's funny. He had him explain, look, Montana, like, I don't know what just be going on.
Before Montana lost his last fight, he probably messed the man up before his fight.
Oh, man, yo. Yeah, but you know what? Montana always said, I think the problem with him is not the skills. I think it's mental and discipline with him. He had these mental lapses that he just can't afford in the ring, and it just don't.
I know what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what it is. Y'all didn't pay attention. Every time he goes to the corner, every time he goes to the corner, he's checking to see if his dog got to go use the bathroom. He worried about taking his dog for a walk. He ain't worried about the fight.
I said,
he came like 4 or 5 pounds overweight one time too.
Yeah, and I got on him for that. Aisha, salute Queen. Appreciate you stopping through. How you feeling?
Not once, but twice, and 2 fights back to back. He came in overweight. 2 fights back to back.
It's like at what point, yo, that's mental and that's discipline, because you get in the ring and you have those lapses where you just in judgment and you get clipped doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing. You have the skill. I see the skill set, because I think judges had him up on the scorecards at the time of the disqualification. He posted. I made a video on that.
We saw what happened. We saw what happened when you have mental lapses with Montana Love. You throw a nigga over the rope.
I think 140 is just.
That nigga Montana said, "You're not gonna hit me like that again. Fuck that. I'm throwing your ass."
Montana said, "My eye split. It's enough of that, bro. Nah, it's just right over."
Yeah, he couldn't take 6 more rounds of that. He would have got stopped.
Not with that eye right there. He's like, a person that calls himself too pretty with a cut is not a good thing for him, yo. He's like,
okay, so. Everybody get a great opportunity. He should have flexed right there, like WWE stuff.
I'm telling you,
he should have did the
let Ryan Garcia
Hulk Hogan, like ear to the fist to the ear or something.
I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. They wanted Montana Love to lose. That man just got finished fighting at 154 pounds. He came down to 140 pounds, not 47. He came from 154 to 140 to fight Montana Love. Yeah. They wanted Montana Love to lose.
And again, this is why I make like conversational pieces, man. This is why I asked the question, was he set up to lose? Like, was he set up to fail? And I wasn't saying he ain't sit in a room somewhere and say, yeah, we're going to put him in this position to lose. But what I'm saying is he didn't show you that he was ready for a homecoming fight. How? Coming overweight, getting dropped, having shaky performances, but still gutting it out. Like, that don't get you that kind of opportunity. Like, how? I respect it on one end because you got the fighter an opportunity in front of his people. That's dope. But on the other end, you know damn well that boy wasn't ready for that. He already want to be an entertainer too much. So he's done a hell of a job bringing attention to himself. He want to get his hair cut in the dressing room. He got that little ass dog out there. He out here tripping. You get what I'm saying? But he not focusing. And I think he just wasn't ready for the opportunity that you got him. And here go the end result. And it's crazy because he said they doing a rematch in the same place. They running it back. He better be ready. I really was rooting for this dude. He just got to get it together.
That was his first time being a main event too.
Yeah,
I did not see that coming though. I thought he was going to get a light touch. I thought the zone was just moving him easy, promoting him. That was his first main event too, and he just.
I'm telling y'all, don't be surprised if you see Montana Love. Don't be surprised if you see Montana Love suplex this nigga. I'm telling you. Don't be surprised. He gonna catch that nigga with a WWE suplex.
I hate them fucking dogs.
Oh, he messed up the fight with Richardson Hitchens too. They were supposed to meet up.
Yeah, he messed that fight up. Yeah, I knew that was the fight, and I made a video on that. I talked about it. Salute to Kano because he brought it to my attention first, and then I looked and I pieced it together with what they were saying. I'm like, Hitchens saying he got a good fight coming up. Said he take care of business. It's a bigger fight lined up, but the person that he's supposed to fight got to take care of his business too. And I'm like, then they put him on the same card, and I'm like, it's easy. That got to be them two. Then look, and they was going at it, that's
why they were going at it, and that's why they were going at it at the press conference, because them niggas not even fighting, but they was going at it more than them two opponents was going at it with them.
So they kind of told us what it was too. So that is good to see that. And that, I mean, look, I think we still could see it happen. Montana Love, just get it together, man. Stop entertain in the ring, beat somebody ass, and then dance around. We don't care if you do it after you beat somebody up. We don't want to see you dancing and swaying your hips and shit and soaking it in, and then you get in there and tackle somebody out the ring, bro. Like,
did you? I'm gonna tell you. Did y'all hear who his role model was? AB. That's what he want to be like. He want to be like AB.
See, and people be, but you know what? Ash is like this. I ain't saying he's super good or nothing like that. I think there is talent definitely there. I think there's something to work with moving them the right way and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Because I think respectfully, he's still learning on the job. I don't care what he say. I don't care about his amateur pedigree. I don't care. He learning on the job, man. You can see it. And it's like, you in a position to win, man, but you got to focus up. All that dancing. Look, I get it. Sell yourself. But sell yourself inside the ring by beating somebody's ass, bro. And I know you could do it. I don't walk away from that fight.
As good as Prime, bro.
I don't feel like Steve Clark was better than him. I didn't walk away feeling like that. Again, they had him up on the card. He just, the mental lapses be catching up to him, man. And I was thinking dude was going to fuck around and knock him out.
That's how Love Hands was after the fight. Ashley dumb as shit.
Yeah, she's stupid.
She put all the little emojis in it.
Yeah, nah, but his face, he was like that though, Ash. He ain't like, and then again, y'all, Eddie Hearn, while he trying to talk to the referee and see what's going on with the fight, because they ain't made the official decision just yet. They still was talking. He like, Montana, he made his decision already. I'm like, Eddie Hearn ain't shit, yo. He's supposed to be over there trying to get him to keep the fight going, bro. He talk about that. He made the decision already, Montana. I'm like, yo, he didn't even care, yo. Man, he believed in Steve Spark. Why would you have that man jump up to 154 pounds, fight Tim Tszyu? And he was fighting back, like bro said, until them body shots caught up to him, man. He got sparked out about 3 rounds. Then he jumped back down to 40, and they threw Montana in there. That's how Montana had look. He got his hands up like that right now. He's playing the tank like, man, I don't know what. Nah, he really, I got it on mute. He was saying it. Let me see. Hold on. I got it on mute. Let me play with this now. You really be beating people ass.
Don't be aggressive, huh?
Tank like, shut up, get aggressive. I don't think right. I told you it's mental. I told y'all. I told you. I don't think right. Yeah, I told you. Tank was wearing his ass out. Respectfully, he ain't AB because AB accomplished so much more than this dude before he started losing, bro. And look, the same could be said for him. He was in a position to win. I say this all the time, and I love AB for the same reason that I'm mad at him. And people can say what they want. Ain't nobody asked you to fight no Paulie Malignaggi and go from him to fighting Marcos Maidana. I don't understand who came up with that, who thought that was the fight for you. Who the hell? I would love that conversation with the person that told AB, like, yeah, you go from a dude with 6 knockouts to this dude that's sleeping shit, and you out here playing. You called him, I'm fighting, what'd he say? Maidana Matisse or some shit. Like, I said, oh man, he playing. At that moment, I felt funny in my stomach. I said, AB about to lose, yo, because he playing.
Did you know you left out the part that he was like on tour with 2 Chainz, right? He did like a rap tour.
Yo, yeah. Like, bro, you fighting Maidana, not Paulie. Paulie, I was in the Barclays for that fight. That was a competitive fight. Why? I don't think it was so much of a skill thing. I think you was getting used to fighting at that weight. You was worried about going to the 12 rounds. I heard the shit Paulie was saying to you. That all that shit Paulie was saying didn't sound like lies. Said you was just asking me, about how to go 12 rounds, some shit like that. And it looked like AB fought a certain way. You get what he already don't throw a ton of punches as it is, but you get what I'm saying? You in a new weight class. I think he conserved some of that energy, but
I think he got a gift against Paulie too. I think I got a gift against Paulie too. I thought that should have been. That was like kind of a draw.
I mean, I get why people, because don't get me wrong. Like, I was right there and I seen it being competitive, but I think it just came down to the more quality work. And it's one of those like a ticky-tack situation. Like, of course, a guy that punches harder is going to land the harder shots. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I think that's what that was. I don't remember.
Yeah, and I had a whole thing like you got to beat a champ kind of thing at that time when I was like thinking.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing wrong with that. I wasn't mad,
like,
but I know
that wasn't like, even kind of like beat. You didn't beat that guy. You could have outpointed him or whatever, but you didn't beat him.
Yeah, he could have did better against Paulie for sure. He could have.
Ashley dumb as shit.
Yeah. Love was like, I got excuses. Yeah, I'm telling you, he had his hand. I don't be thinking clear or something. He said, I told y'all. I was laughing when I seen this. He was going back and forth with Tank. That's when I was like first getting introduced to Montana Love. I think I knew about him a little bit before they started beefing.
But no, did y'all see how AB was looking at Montana Love like, I told you not to get in there with him?
Yeah. You noticed that too? AB was looking like, man, I ain't in this.
Broner fought everybody though, man. And he hasn't been knocked out. That's a good.
Yeah, he got a hell of a chin. I told you this boxing is supposed to be funny, y'all. It's fun, man, not stressful. I really try to put that energy out to the people because boxing conversations can get stressful, man. I just be wanting people to laugh. That shit is funny, yo.
That nigga AB looking at him like, you really thought you was gonna
AB
win?
had that look like, I told him, man. I told him. So losing rounds is the same thing Loma do or other fighters who started slow, they down in the rounds till knocked down Cambosis. Then Haney just outboxed and knocked down Gamboa, Linares, Valdez.
Yeah. See, when I watch videos, I watch the other shit that people not paying attention to. I don't.
The extra stuff outside of the actual action, the stuff that you know people don't know you want to see. Look, A1 is a fool, yeah. A1. Tank was in there like, yeah, I told you. Nah, I think they was having like a gentleman conversation right there, though. And that's the part that Montana Love didn't like. when he realized people seen it, that it was him in there getting punched on. Like, I don't think he liked it. Oh, AB, you stupid ass. Okay. AB looking like, yo, I told him, yo. Now you gotta explain. I told now look, he like, yo. Oh shit, man. Man, yo, Tank is an entertaining dude. All these dudes funny. That's why I say, like, when you realize that this is supposed to be entertaining and fun, you have a much better time telling you. I even learned it more and more with some of these fighters. The shit that they say, that shit be having me hot for a couple minutes. I'd be like, hold on. Like Rollie, he's a funny guy now. After I got done getting used to him, he's just funny to me now. Now he putting on Instagram, he officially broke again. So that mean he hunting for another big fight. He say he gonna sell feet pics. So he back being stupid again. I'm like, yo, Rollie is a character. Yo, I just had to put that in there. He said he broke. So he looking for Spence, AB fight, Tank rematch. AB looking at Love, his eyebrows red. He like, yeah, I told him, yo. I told you. Said, now you know how Baltimore get down. And I told you that's how Love be having his hands up. Talking about I don't be thinking right. What you talking about, boy? Who wins, Blair Cobbs versus Montana Love? Man, Blair Cobbs might upset that man for real, yo. Blair be on some, he like a jackrabbit in there. Like even a little bit of sparring that I seen from him and Devin Haney, it looked like he was annoying the shit out of Devin Haney. I ain't gonna lie, it looked like he was annoyed. It looked like Dev really wanted to knock him out. I was like, oh, Dev, he really, I ain't gonna say get in his head because it's sparring, and I don't make too much out of sparring, but Dev looked like he really wanted to knock him out bad. Yeah, he really wanted to hurt him. He was going for it. Let me see if I could find that. I usually could find these clips, man. That's why I always keep them in there, man. That'd be a shit. Nah, I ain't gonna say it'd be a good fight. Montana Love need to rematch Steve Spark.
No, at this point, like I said, at this point, Montana Love needs to fight somebody that's not going to knock him out, but going to give him a nice, rugged fight so he can get his shit together.
Yeah. Because you got to be careful, man. Dude, AB said, you good now? Yeah, like, you wanted it. He's like, man, I ain't in it. Grudge match on his feet pics. Yeah, I told you, Rollie just funny now. He officially broke again. I say he done spent up his Tank money. What happened? I think he's just talking though. Realistically, like some people would take that and make it more serious than I'm making it. I really think he's just talking. I mean, he could be serious though, but I think he's just talking. And he just won another fight, man. You know what I mean? See, alone at the Cambosis 3 now 4-fight deal. Yeah. That's 2023 gonna show a lot of whatchamacallit. I was saying that to people. You gonna really see who really want to fight and who don't. You know what I'm saying? And he got me.
He's saying AB is broke.
Dev was a little mad, wasn't he? He was trying to punch on his ass, but I like seeing that from Dev because I didn't think he was gonna put himself in position to get hurt. He really wanted to put. It was good to see that attitude. He wanted to put hands on Blair Cobb, and he was moving around like a little jackrabbit and shit. And somebody else said that. I think Bozy Ennis was saying that about him. Like, you know, he beat all over the place, but they said, you know who put hands on him? Boots Ennis. He beat coming to the gym and get beat up by Boots. Now should fight Red Catch for a comeback. They saying he gonna fight the same dude again, bro. He loved the Richardson Hitchens. Yeah, that was supposed to be the fight, Jeff. If he would have won that fight, I guarantee you that would have been the next thing in line. I guarantee you, yo. It's like he I don't want to say he fumbled completely, but he stagnated that fight right now. So you know it ain't happening next. He called him Tank Quail. He's down Loma dead too. Shakur has a better chance later. 140. I think Shakur got the best chance. Some people feel like Dave. I could go back and forth. I'm not mad either way somebody said. I like all these dudes. I just hope we all get to see him fight because people need to see their favorite fighter lose at least once so they can know that this shit happens, bro. Like some people act like they ain't never seen their favorite fighter lose. I have seen my favorite fighter get his ass whooped. Matter of fact, that shit was like a night.
I see my favorite fighter go to sleep.
I was seeing, I mean, Tyson got me into boxing. So just think about some of the people that knocked him out. And I hated Vander and Lenny Lewis all the way until I got older and I realized how good them dudes was. Yeah.
I was a big Roy Jones fan. I mean, I'm still a fan of Roy Jones as the boxer, but I mean, the Roy Jones now, I don't know what the fuck he on, but the Roy Jones, the boxer, I always been a fan of Roy Jones. I said I seen that nigga go to sleep twice.
Yeah, and I hated seeing that, but seeing AB get beat up, that might have been my most recent one. Like that might have like out of the law. Oh, you know, Wilder. I hated seeing Wilder lose, but
yeah,
you know, it is what it is.
For me, it's been like Ali, Leonard, Floyd.
Yeah.
And not many of my guys got knocked out, but some of them have. Some of them got, you know, and for any reasons, yeah, the Wilder one that wasn't the third one wasn't as bad as the second one in my view. Like that dude, he was on fumes. This is like, come on, man, sit your ass down. But he wouldn't go down with it. Like you gotta appreciate something like that. But yeah, I didn't really like that one, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I heard he was fighting. I mean, I don't even want to say heard. I seen the same thing y'all seen. If y'all seen it, I heard he was fighting a guy that Michael Fox had got that draw against before he went on that layoff for a second. Gabriel Maestre or something like that.
Yeah, but they also
that as an opponent for Boots. I don't like it at all because he's gonna smash him. It's like whatever. At this point, I don't even know what to make of what's going on with Boots. I mean, he only won title fights, but if y'all gonna give him that, yo, it's just gonna be more complaining.
They talking about the WBOs about the mandate Boots for Bud.
Yeah, I did the video. I did the video on that. Yeah, I did read it. I did read into that, and basically what they saying is, you know, with Bud not fighting EJ, if that's not happening, then now he gonna end up in a situation where you gonna be forced to fight Boots or vacate. And then they was saying about the the WBA ordering Stanionis to fight Virgil.
Yeah,
that would make Boots number one to Terrence Crawford. So that's how that, and I tried to explain it exactly how I like read it, so it made sense to people. Like,
yeah, basically what they said was because the fight with EJ and Bud didn't happen, if it doesn't happen next year. I mean, if it doesn't happen, if they don't come to agreement early next year, and being though that Virgil had agreed to fight Stanionis for the WBA eliminator, then they will order the WBO will order Boots to fight Bud Crawford.
Yeah,
because Virgil already agreed to fight Stanionis for the WBA eliminator, and so. The only other way is if Bud and EJ was to come to agreement early next year.
Yeah, that's exactly how they put it. And it's cool. It's like people got to stop taking the information so personal. I be noticing that. That's why y'all be stressing on this shit, man. You supposed to be enjoying this shit. Don't take none of this personal. We do want to see the fights. I get it when we don't get the fights we want, though. But that'll be a good fight, though. I like to see Keyshawn and Jermaine Ortiz. He a real fighter to me. And I want to see him again because I think he'd do better. I think what might have caused him a little bit of issues is that being his first 12 rounds, I believe. And it kind of looked at it, the back half, you know, that back quarter of the fight looked like a little bit.
Lost the last 4 rounds.
I don't know.
Looked like that's where Loma kind of got the experience and got him. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, that fight looked like.
I don't know if Jermaine Ortiz will last with Keyshawn, though. I don't know if he'll last with Keyshawn.
I have a question for you guys. If Devin gets the Loma fights and beats Loma, who is Keyshawn going to fight at 135? Who does Top Rank have for him? Is that going to hurt his legacy that there's really not that many guys at 135 available for him?
I don't think so, because I think if it push come to shove and he's you know short on opponents and like in terms of like competition at 35, I think it's gonna always be somebody there. Just let some things shake up, but then he can always go up because Keyshawn ain't no small dude, and I got the chance to see him fight in his last fight too, and he got some size to him. He ain't a small dude.
So did I say Keyshawn? I meant Shakur. Like what's Shakur's run at 35 gonna look like?
Oh yeah, without
Shakur. I mean, there's fights for Shakur at 135 outside of Loma, Tank, and Devin. Outside of those guys, there's fights for Shakur. It's just a matter of is Bob Erm going to make those fights?
I think Bob probably he'll be like he ain't gonna protect Shakur. I think he'll be ready to put Shakur in there with anybody 135.
Yeah, because I don't think Bob Erm protects Shakur the way that he protects Loma, because the only reason why he wasn't making the Oscar Valdez fight is because he didn't want Oscar Valdez to lose. He wanted to keep those Mexican dollars coming in. Yeah. That's the reason why it took so long for him to make that fight. But
those are two. My point is that those are still two top-ranked fighters. I'm just saying
they are.
I'm just saying that the inventory at 35 is pretty thin. And all of those guys have been beaten by like multiple guys, right? Except for Jermaine Ortiz, who just only lost to Loma. So you got to build that guy up. That's one guy. But the guys like Frank Martin and like the Riveras and like the other like top, Tank, those guys are not at top rank. So I'm just Frank Martin and Rivera fighting each other too. So like one of those guys is gonna have an L.
PBC got enough people at 135 to not the one across the street either.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean he can make those fights. He can make those fights with the guys with PBC. It's just a matter of if Bob Erman's going to sit down and do business with Al Heyman. Because they've done business before. It's not like this will be the first time they've done business at 135. They've done business between Top Rank and PBC at 135. It's just a matter of is he going to sit down and do business with for Shakur.
I'm wondering, man, like, because they also need to feed Tank, right? Tank is like the business at that division, like we were just talking about.
I think if that Ryan Garcia fight don't happen, I think he might fight the winner of Frank Martin and Rivera. I can see that happening.
Yeah, Kid Austin called Keyshawn that trash kid from Top Rank. So I said, let's see. If you can call him trash, you got what, like 10 fights? I think Keyshawn pedigree might win him over in that fight, man. I'm telling you. Pedigree Kid Austin is still green. You can see it, but he's still skilled, very skilled, but he's still green.
I really think Frank Martin is going to beat Michelle Rivera. I think Frank Martin is going to beat him.
Me too. It's going to be tough, though, I think he's going to beat him. I think he can pull it off. It's going to be tough. Sometimes when I see too many people counting the guy out already, it's like I start to look at the fight a bit deeper. And
I think Frank Martin is a little stiff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Rivera, his feet is better. I think Rivera can beat him.
I mean, that definitely. I think it's a
I think that's 50-50.
Yeah.
Too many people think
Martin are underrated. I was saying that for a couple fights now, man. Dude really got some good feet. I believe so. I thought Frank Martin.
He can outbox Frank Martin.
He could be a bit flat-footed when he want to punch, sit down a bit.
I seen Rivera get dropped. I haven't seen Frank Martin.
He's gonna have to deal with that 1-2. If he could neutral, he's gonna have to take that away from Rivera because he a sniper with that 1-2.
They both be in high guard.
That's gonna be fun to watch, man. See how we get some good fights.
People don't be taking risks like that. You know what I mean? Like those two.
And that's a prime example of like prospects fighting prospects. That's why I say, man, throw Keyshawn ass in there with Kid Austin, since Kid Austin called him the trash kid from Top Rank. And I heard. I said, "Oh, trash kid from Top Rank." Okay, he was talking crazy. He even wanted to curse in the interview, but he wanted his dad to do the cursing for him. And then he ended up just saying Keyshawn, the trash kid from Top Rank. Yeah, I'm not gonna call him trash. Nah, you said it. Yeah, you said it.
I'm not sleeping on Rivera Ghost. I don't see anything special about Rivera. That's gonna.
Ghost got the ghost getting stopped in 10-11.
Yeah, I know. Outside of the 1-2, I don't see anything that's gonna present a problem for Frank Martin. I see Frank Martin present more of a problem for Rivera than Rivera present a problem for Frank Martin.
Yeah, for me, Rivera reaches a little bit, and I think Martin is going to be able to capitalize with his body attack. I think Rivera's gonna have some early success.
Me too.
But ultimately, he's gonna get broke down. Yeah, I don't know. Frank Martin, I don't have a lot of what is it? A faith in him being like an elite 35 pounder. To me, he's like a muscular like 30 pounder, maybe even a featherweight. Yeah, but anyway, I think Rivera's just a little bit too green for him, and has the wrong kind of style too.
Yeah,
and some wrong attributes. Yeah, I think he's gonna get his ass whooped ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Frank Martin, listen, Rivera got a little bit of pop to him, that 1-2, like you mentioned, and he's the longer guy. He knows how to fight, kind of tall. Like I said, he does reach a little bit, but Frank Martin, I felt like Marinez, on a short notice, was beating the hell out of Frank Martin in the early parts of that fight. And the height was definitely, and the size was definitely giving him problems. I don't know if what that would have been like if Frank Martin actually.
Mr. Aggressive was good with it, bro.
Yeah, Frank Martin actually prepared for Marinez, but I didn't think Jackson Marinez is a very good fighter. To me, he's like C level, C- level fighter. So I don't know.
I think the main issue with that fight was the height, the length, and things like that. It took Frank Martin a bit to adjust, and
exactly
he seen what happened once he was able to do it. So I think if he run into that problem again, I mean, we've seen him deal with it before, but I think the difference is I think Rivera is definitely better than Marinez, and he would have to figure it out a bit sooner than he did against Marinez. To me,
but Rivera,
exactly.
he throw his jab at the same speed. I can see Martin countering over the jab, having success that way.
Yeah, patterns, man. There's certain fighters. You got good fighters that pick up on habits and patterns like that. And if you don't change the speed on your punches, you could definitely find yourself getting countered. And that's why it's a good fight. I'm glad they fighting each other, man. The more we go back and forth, the better the fight is going to be, possibly. Rivera is too slick, too quick. I just think Frank Martin's feet are underrated. I'm going to say that again to you. I want to see exactly. That's what I'm going to be looking at. One of the first things I'm going to be looking at is the feet. I'm going to see how he able to, because he got to close the gap on Rivera. Rivera got that height and reach, man. It's going to be problematic if he can't, find a range where he comfortable at. And he don't want to fall behind either.
Rivera got an inch and an inch height on Frank Martin and a 3-inch reach advantage.
Okay.
Rivera is 5'9". Rivera is 5'9". Frank Martin is 5'8". Rivera got a 71-inch arm reach, and Frank Martin got a 68-inch arm reach. So I mean, it's not that big of a difference. The last guy that Frank Martin fought, Jackson Martinez, he was 5'10" with a 69-inch arm reach. So
I see.
it's not that big of a difference. I think Jackson, being though it was a last minute fill in, and Jackson is more of a boxer than Rivera. That's what present more of a problem, because Jackson was moving around the ring. Rivera don't move around the ring like that.
Appreciate you stopping.
The only thing though, like so while Marinez was in like late replacement, he came off the couch. Like
good fight.
Ghost was already in a training camp. He just had his opponent switch up the last minute, so he was in fight shape and ready to be, ready to fight, and knew he was gonna have a fight like months in advance. Where Marinez didn't know, like 2 weeks before that he was fighting. Like he had no idea. Like he was just in the gym doing his normal workout, and then he got a fight like 9 days notice, something like that. Like I don't know. So, but Marinez to me is not very good. I think to like him beating Rollie was just like that. The way that fight went, I can remember it like yesterday. It's just like both of those guys look like such low level fighters in that, and Marinez still looked better than Rollie. But then he fought like Comey. He got stopped by that guy, and Comey is not the best dude. They got a little pop to him, but you know how Comey is, and he looked ring rusted. It was a ring rusted Comey at that point too. Like that, like. The way that he struggled earlier, I wouldn't put Jackson Marinez when it comes to his boxing ability. I would put Michel Rivera's boxing ability above that. I think Michel Rivera would stop Marinez too. just like Ghost did, just like Tomei did. Right?
No, I understand that, but when you're expecting to fight one fighter and then it's switched up at the last minute, your game plan is thrown off. Your game plan is thrown off. You're expecting to fight somebody else. So that's why when people fight guys at the last minute and you see an upset, it's not so much that guy was better. Their game plan is thrown off. They was preparing for somebody else, and then they end up having to fight this person at the last minute. It's not always that fighter was just better. It's just the game plan.
Most definitely. I mean, it's just something to be said for a guy at a last minute replacement who is like training for a fight. Like, you know, when and even that you can still get your ass. Like, you know, Bermane Stiverne was supposed to fight Povetkin when he stepped up in that rematch and got flat and got turned into a meme by Wilder, right? Or, you know, Ugas been called up for the Pacquiao fight. And then him, you know, he didn't get turned into a meme. He won that fight and, you know, got the best win of his career. Like, it's different than a guy who's like basically doing his day job and then gets a call up.
Frank Martin, 5'8". 5'8", that's what they got him listed at, 5'8" with a 68-inch reach. And Rivera, 5'9", 71-inch reach. So, wow. Is it me or do Rivera seem like he looked taller than 5'9"? It just feel like that, but whatever.
But then with the lower weight classes, so that's just what it looks like. But it seems like Frank Martin to me looks smaller than 5'8". That's like
I swear it seemed like it, bro. It do.
A lot of people thought Floyd was smaller than 5'8", but when you see him in person, he 5'8". A lot of people are like, oh, small ass Floyd, but Floyd is 5'8". He the same height as a lot of these guys that we say is too big for 135.
If Floyd didn't have that kind of build at 135 though, like Frank Martin got those like tight muscles and shit. He's kind of buff at 135.
That's probably why you think he's smaller, because he's so muscular. But they got him listed at 5'8". It could be off by an inch or whatever, but he's probably right around 5'8".
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I'm just saying, you know, from the TV.
They saying the opponent was 5'10". He's not 5'8". No way. Yeah, I don't know what they be doing on there with the heights and the reaches and all of that, but we're going to see. I do know that it's a slight disadvantage that he's going to have to deal with. And once he figure that out, I think that's where we going to have us a good fight.
Yeah. I just believe that Frank Martin had more in the tool bag than Rivera had.
Sports salute, bro. How you feeling?
Most definitely.
Great interview yesterday, Kano.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir, man. I was live while he was doing it too.
Yeah, let's check it out. Frank Martin is like, he seems to be trained in school in the art of beat ass. Like that, I think he's gonna be ripping that dude to the body. I actually like watching him fight. I like that whole Derrick James style. Actually. It's like if you're a fan of just watching a guy break another guy's down, it's like will fight and all that stuff. Like it's something interesting to see in this modern, you know, comparative to like other styles you see today. I think don't beat it. Yeah, I think if it gets there, right?
Who popped off?
No, I don't see Martin being an inch taller than Tank. He got Tank by like 2-3 inches. He got Tank by like 2-3 inches.
Yeah.
Cause Tank is 5'5". Frank Martin got Tank by about 2 or 3 inches. So he like around 5'8", around 5'7", somewhere around there.
Look, Frank. Salute, Kano. Appreciate you stopping through. You said Rivera about to whoop Frank. It ain't out the realm of possibility, man. Anything can happen in the sport, man. I think we just got us a good matchup, though. I mean, I don't think you could really sleep on either guy. So, I mean, Frank Martin, like I said, man.
Tank ain't no goddamn 5'3". Tank stood next to my wife. My wife is 5'3". Tank taller than my wife.
My daughter taller than Tank. I know that, but that's crazy. She 13, taller than that, man.
Yeah, my daughter taller. My daughter 5'7". I know my daughter taller than that.
And just think about that for a second. And that's the guy that be sleeping people. That's the dude. That small.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit, I'm telling you, I'll say this all the time. Nobody that's 130 anything pounds should be punching people that hard. Yo, that shit is a gift, and the fact that he can box with it is a blessing with it, man. So they just gotta like seeing that clip and seeing him be annoyed like that on the Rise podcast and really seem like he want to fight because he's saying what he's saying. Shakur talking slick, you know, Tank talking his shit back. It's fun.
Shit, they said motherfucking ROLLIE was motherfucking what, like 5'7" or something, and Tank and ROLLIE was damn near looking eye to eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they really it was crazy because ROLLIE didn't look that much taller than Tank at all.
No, they was looking damn near eye to eye. It actually looked like Tank was taller than ROLLIE.
Mm-hmm. Who would be trying to tell him, even small?
I thought Tank was listen like 5'5". I think like the thing is like Tank is like the same height as like Monster anyway, who's like competing 3-4 divisions below him, right? It's about frame. It's not necessarily about height. I think they have the same height and wingspan too. There's like
kind of what you think about. What you think about your boy Shakur saying he'll never let no midget beat him. He's talking about Tank.
Had on lips. He said Tank had on lips.
I just knew they was going to heat back up with them going back and forth. It's just their competitive nature. People be taking the shit they be saying to each other personal. I'd be like, yo, what would you say if you was a fighter, bro? What would you say? You gonna be nice as hell? This is the hurt business, man. If you think you could whoop somebody's ass, say it. But be willing to do it too, though.
Nah. Yeah, like I said, all these people talking shit on. I just want to see y'all niggas make the motherfucker fight. Y'all can talk shit all y'all want to, but make the fight. If you ain't gonna make the fight, there's no point in talking shit.
You could join Connor. Now, Shakur is our guy, man. I just like whenever they talking slick to each other. It's fun. That's why I say. I always urge that, man. People don't be hearing me, but stop taking boxing personal. It's supposed to be fun. They talk shit. That's what you want. You got some content. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they keep talking shit and don't fight, then we got to get on their ass and stop talking about it. But right now, it's fresh. You just got to the weight class. We knew they was going to talk.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
You know the thing about Shakur? Shakur's
Mm-hmm.
shit talking seems to be a deflection from the fact that his fat ass lost the belt and lost the opportunity to just go to the top of the class and challenge for his belt. All that tournament shit, all this like I want to fight the best guy, man. You had that opportunity. All you had to do was petition the sanctioned bodies and make weight.
I mean, I don't care about the shit talking because they fighting. They supposed to shit talk. Because niggas do that shit in every sport. They supposed to. But if you ain't trying to make the fight, then that's where I have a problem.
That's where I'm going with it. Like, yeah.
I have no problem with niggas shit talking. But if you ain't trying to make the fight, then you pretty much just out this motherfucking capping.
Yeah. I mean, sure. If it results into a fight, cool. But to me, man, it's just disappointing that this is where the dude is. Like he's reduced the shit talking to a fight that like nobody thinks has a realistic shot of getting made anytime soon.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was 5'5". It said Mike Tyson was 5'5" when we saw what he used to do to people. And Mike Tyson wasn't no 5'5", but that nigga was knocking motherfuckers out.
5'9", 5'10".
No, Mike Tyson was like 5'10", 5'11".
I thought he was like 5'10", some shit like that. He wasn't the biggest guy.
He was like 5'10", 5'11".
Shakur is a weight bully. Y'all gonna stop coming for my boy, man. Y'all know he don't. I said this before, man. Just tell me if it don't make sense. What fight did you see? He got 19. He ever used weight in any of them fights to win? It's skill. It's just simply skill. And don't give me this whole shit about the couple pounds or being heavier than the guy making them hit so much harder. I don't think that's the case either. Still be outboxing the shit out of these dudes. Oh, I got you, Connor.
No, probably because of the way he uses body control. They think that like
how you
that's weight bullying, which is strong.
How you figure
I don't think it's weight bullying at all. I think he went to the well one too many times at 130, and I think that cost him his titles. I do think that, but I don't think that was an attempt. People was having this argument with me before. They really be arguing with themselves. I just be talking. I be, having a conversation. He said this before, man. He ain't never. Oh, I said this before. He ain't never won no fight using weight. Yo, skills, man. Skills pay the bills. And people was trying to say like this whole notion of him staying down there was an attempt to have an advantage over people. And I'm like, come on, man, miss me with that. Because if he wasn't as skilled as what he was, the fact that he weighed more than people, ain't still knocking people out left and right, should tell you everything you need to know. The dude don't use weight to win no damn fight. K-Rod was good with it, bro. He dug Ryan and Shakur. Who that? Who you talking about?
He got to be talking about Tank, but I don't see Tank ducking Ryan or Shakur. From what I understand, Tank and Ryan are fighting next. They already agreed to it. They fighting next.
Well, yeah, after they allegedly handled their business that they got handled. I know. Look, man, Tank gonna handle business. Hector Garcia going to sleep, y'all. I don't know if I'm just gonna break the bad news now. If it's people that's banking on or wanting Tank to lose, he not. The fact that I think he is a lot faster than Hector Garcia, his timing is just as good, probably better puncher, definitely with both hands, more skilled. I like Hector Garcia, but I think he get knocked out at some point by Tank, maybe after 7 to 8, something like that. Maybe start getting touched up because I don't see him making it to 12 rounds. He good though.
What's going on, Kano?
What's going on, bro?
I mean, shit, I'm hearing this, blasphemy talking about, Shakur fat and this and that. Man, hold on, my man. Slow your roll, bro. He just tried to make 130 one time too many. That's it. He ain't no weight bully or none of that, though.
No, I don't think Shakur's a weight bully. I was talking about him losing his opportunity to immediately challenge for a title. That's it.
Now he did make a mistake. I don't think he purposely.
That was the only context I was calling him fat. That was it.
My man. But I don't think he purposely did that. I
didn't say he was fat on purpose. I just said he was fat.
Called our boy fat.
Man,
he just like to eat, man. That's all. Bro like to eat now.
Fucked up, man. He just gonna call him fat, man. Ain't no fat on him, bro, man. 31 time too many. It didn't work out, which is the same thing I'm saying about Devin. I think Devin should move to 140 if he ever feels that he's gonna be in that same situation, trying to make 135 again. Yeah. I'm not saying that will happen to him. Yeah. I'm saying if he feels that could possibly happen to him, then he should go ahead and move up to 140 and not worry about what anybody thinks, man. I also want to weigh in on that Tank fight, man, because I don't want people to discredit, the level of competition that Hector Garcia is. I mean,
yeah, he's a good fighter.
He pulled off 2 upsets back to back. It's not like this guy was just picked out of the damn sky or nothing like that. To me, honestly, he earned his shot. Now, I do believe he's going to get knocked the fuck out, but he earned the shot to get knocked the fuck out, though. Don't let him get that shot.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and take your nap like a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's going night-night.
My bad, now, Jay.
He's going night-night. Yeah, I mean, I think that Hector Garcia pulled out, like the Chris Colbert fight, and I mean, whatever. Like both of those guys, while they were like upsets in a sense because he was like unheralded, like kind of came out of nowhere. This is Tank Davis, right? This is a whole different league. Like it was, come on, man.
I like Hector. He's a good fighter, and
man, hold on, man. All I'm saying is the dude is an Olympian, man. It ain't like he's a damn bum. That's what I'm
saying. No. I don't even say no. I don't think that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, he exposed Chris Colbert, right? Like that was Lil B-Hop. Like everybody, like man.
He was Lil B-Hop.
Anyway, it's not that I'm saying he's a scrub or anything. I'm just talking about everyone expects for Tank's knockout ratio to be like pretty much upheld in this fight. That's all.
He said DC hospital cop ready for actor.
It's also a style thing. It's also a style thing though too.
I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk for Tank Davis, but I do believe Tank Davis is going to get the knockout.
It's going to be an entertaining fight. I'm going to tell you this right now.
Definitely.
And I hate it when people look. Shakur is my guy. It ain't Tank, but I really, really hate when people really talk so bad about Tank. Like they don't understand what he is doing in the ring. They really don't understand his mindset, man. Like they're like, oh, he got hit a lot, bro. By the time it gets to the point where he got hit a lot, he get hit a lot on purpose because he like, all right, motherfucker, you really ain't doing shit to me. So I'm gonna let you get that in and come on in the inside and put your ass to sleep. Now, are they missing that, or are they just what kind of film are they looking at, bro?
I don't know. And I said this before with that and hitting you. I'm not gonna say like I know some people. So you're saying he take punches on purpose? All right, let's just say this: when he got his mind made up, and in his mind, your power is not something that he is worried about. He takes more chances. Is it fair to say that? And in taking more chances, what happens? You're going to get hit a little bit. But again, that's what I'm really worried about, which is why he take the chances he take. And by the time you even know it, we know what happened. Once he start touching you and he start touching you regularly, it's over.
What I think is
going to be that way.
I think it's because Tank Davis knocking everybody out. They think Tank Davis ain't supposed to get touched. Nigga, we ain't say Tank Davis was untouchable. We just said that nigga is knocking everybody out. Everybody get touched. Floyd got touched, and he got what people say is the best defense of our era. But he got touched. He got wobbled against Shane Mosley. Mm-hmm. He got wobbled against motherfucker Zab Judah.
Chop.
He still finished the fight and won that fight convincingly.
EA was good with it. Pitbull, but now he thinks he's a stupid superstar. Want to start ducking. Yeah, he think he can pick. He think he can handpick his way to Tank Davis. That's why I don't respect him. And I told people, man, he is a beneficiary of surviving Tank Davis, man. That dude is not elite. I don't want to hear nobody saying he elite until he showed me he could perform at an elite level. And I gave him credit for the way he fought against Tank. I appreciated it. But since then, he went right back to his old ways, just being wild, reckless. Balls to the wall, loading up on shots, throwing himself all balanced. I don't want to see that garbage. You don't deserve a Tank Davis fight because you fighting like an amateur in there. You know what I'm saying? You just in there with guys that can't do nothing with you. Gamboa, little ass Eduardo Ramirez. He ain't have a chance.
But you know what's funny to me, man? What's funny to me, all these people talking shit about Tank will get knocked out by Tank.
Absolutely.
Why even open your mouth?
Mm-hmm. They sleepy, kind of. That's what I call it. Whenever everybody start calling for Tank, I just say they sleepy and just go in there and take your nap like a man.
But the thing is, in boxing, right, and especially like given the boxing landscape and the way like Tank is, right, like that whole Isaac Cruz got robbed thing. Like you can market that into a fight, and also as a fighter, you should shut up those kinds of you should shut up that kind of talk. Like if they really thought he was big and bad, and that's what I appreciate about Floyd. When somebody said like this Castillo fight, he ran it back. The Maidana fight, he ran it back. Somebody talk, even like people were talking shit about Wilder, but when he fighting Ortiz again. But after the Ortiz fight, they were talking about how Ortiz got robbed and how the doctor stopped the fight and all that shit. But then when he stopped him again, all that talk went away, right? Shut up the detractors.
But listen, bro. Listen, I hear what you're saying, but this is a whole different situation, man. Tank beat this motherfucker's ass with one hand. Like we know what's gonna happen with two healthy hands. Look, bro. Come on, bro.
I mean, I got you. I'm with you. I'm just saying that it is what it is, and I get where maybe the Maidana thing may not be like a 1-to-1, but people are saying that basically Isaac Cruz is better than Tank Davis.
You know what's gonna happen though? Get the smoke. I get what you're saying, and it wouldn't be bad for Tank to do that. But guess what the people are gonna be doing? Oh, why'd he fight Pitbull again? Oh, that was man. He could have been fought somebody better. He could have, bro. You can't please nobody. If he runs it back with Pitbull, he gonna get crucified. If he don't run it back with Pitbull, he gonna get crucified anyway. Yeah, if I was in Tank's shoes, I just keep doing whatever the fuck it is I want to do. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Y'all keep talking, I keep laughing to the bank. That's how I would be.
Yeah, I mean, I will wholeheartedly agree. I think that like Pitbull, if he gives you another performance like a Gamboa thing, if he just like runs through these guys and the you know that chorus behind that support behind him, start talking about how he's better than Tank and he has Tank's number and he has Tank the style to beat Tank and all this other stuff. Yeah, you know, show him. I just had one hand. And for me, I thought Tank was like literally. I thought Tank was playing in there. I saw him juking around and having a good time, like talking to the crowd. Like I thought he was playing with Isaac Cruz in there. But other people were like, you know, nah. Isaac Cruz gave him the fight of his life. Whatever. It is what it is.
Hold on, real quick, Roger. I don't know what shit you smoking, but you tripping if you think Pitbull Cruz stopped Shakur. You smoking something. Pitbull Cruz is a low-budget Oscar Valdez. There's no possible way that he's going to have a chance to even get a chance to stop Shakur.
And if you really felt that way, why didn't you tell Cruz to go ahead and accept the offer? Shakur was looking for his ass, wasn't he? Wasn't he? Didn't Pitbull say, not right now? Maybe
he said Loma. He said, I want to fight Loma instead.
Maybe a little bit.
No, he said Cruz stopped Shakur.
But Cruz
why? They ordered the fight. The fight was literally ordered.
Just do.
But Cruz won't fight Shakur though. Well, I mean, how can y'all say that when Cruz don't even want to get in the ring with him?
Yeah, they ordered the fight. Cruz said no.
I mean, what is that? What the fuck is we talking about? Shakur said he turns pit bulls into puppies. And the man still ain't getting the ring, bruh. Like
Roger gotta be trolling because there's no possible way he could think that Pitbull Cruz stopped Shakur.
Bro, I actually believe, man, that Shakur could run up to Pitbull's mama, smack the shit out of her, and he still wouldn't get in the ring with Shakur. Come on.
Yeah, so that's another thing I heard. That maybe you guys can clear this up for me. Did Terrence Crawford really say he wants to fight Spence in the street? Did you guys hear this?
I didn't hear any of that. No,
I didn't hear that.
Okay.
You said, did he say he want to fight who?
All right. Cool.
Did he want to fight who?
Spence. He's like, Spence.
That he said he wanted to fight him in the street? That's dumb.
Like he said, we don't even have to fight in the ring. I fight him in the street. I don't know, something to the effect that.
Listen, bro, if that I don't know. I didn't hear that, but I hope that is false, bro.
I do too.
That's shit in the world that you're gonna fight in the street for nothing instead of getting paid in the ring. That's just dumb, childish and dumb. I hope it ain't true.
I hope it's not true either. That's why I'm asking for some corroboration. Because I'm sorry if I'm even repeating a rumor. But I did hear.
If he said that's more of a reason why I know that this fight is not going to happen because he don't even want to get in the ring with him. He will ever fight him in the street. If he did say that.
Snacks B, salute, bro. Cruz versus Rollie. Let's go,
But he got if he don't make this fight early next year, he got more problems on his hand because the WBO going to mandate boots. So he going to have more problems on his hand if he don't make this fight.
Yeah.
Well, I see everybody in the chat, man. I mean, Shakur sent an offer to William Cepeda, which is the other person. So let's just focus on that and see if Cepeda signs the contract and steps to the plate since Isaac Cruz didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he talking about mentioning his name. So since he want to talk like that, sign that contract. He said send him a contract. Just tell him when and where. Okay.
I don't like that name there, K-Rod. Jojo Diaz for what? Coming off a loss, coughing over he just got embarrassed by William Cepeda, actually, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's why he went after William Cepeda.
Exactly. So that one don't make no sense, man. That's one that they will crucify Shakur for. If he go fight Jojo Diaz.
Yeah, they talk all the shit in the world. Coming off a loss.
Cepeda versus Shakur, that's a tough fight. Not really, man. He gonna make that shit look easy, bro.
I keep saying this, Kano. I think the fact that he controlled distance and range is gonna nullify that punch.
Ashley. I seen that. Yeah, they was putting lawsuit, and they said they were saying that the Spence, that was an old video, because if you look at the video, Bud Crawford got braids in his hair. He don't have braids.
Hey, you peeped that ass?
I saw that. I saw that.
Now, either people are getting corny or they being lazy. Because I seen them do that with an AB. When AB was, you know, him and Tank was having issues. I seen people reposting that old ass clip from AB like it was recent, and I'm like, yo, thousands of people watching this. What do y'all be paying attention? Old ass shit, and they putting old interviews with shit that don't even match. I hate. I will never do that to the people, yo. Unless I would never do that.
Yeah, and you know,
if that's what they talking about, get the smoke. That's false, because he never said that shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, man, I would say it's either make the fight or just move the hell on, because all this kind of stuff to me is
I saw that
why?
Shit. I thought it was something else.
Makes you feel like it turns out to just be like slander and like trying to assassinate the guy's character because he didn't fight the guy when you wanted him to fight him.
Yeah,
man, come on, man. That's
why I try not to tear the fighter down. I get my perspective. I'm gonna talk some shit in the mix, but I ain't gonna tear the fighter down. That's never my you know.
I try not to, but sometimes they put themselves in the line of fire, and I gotta cook their ass. But K-Rod, man,
absolutely, man. Go ahead.
Should Shakur fight tough opponents coming off of good wins? You damn right. He my favorite fighter, but boy, if he ain't picking the right opponents, yeah, I'm gonna call it out for what it is as well. Yes, he needs to be fighting winners and going for titles, and you know, yes, he made that little mistake by not being able to make weight when he could have challenged for a title coming up. But yes, he needs to fight winners like Cepeda. He needs to fight people to get himself in line for a title shot at 135. That's what you want these fighters to do. I don't want them fighting some damn nobody. I want them to fight legit competition.
Facts. The thing is, Roger, he won't shoulder roll him. He's not gonna be in range for him to throw no 1,536 punches like he did with JoJo. JoJo problem was he gave it to him. He ain't make him earn it. He wasn't hard to find. He was right there to get slaughtered.
Man, watch that damn jab offset all that bullshit Cepeda got. Watch that jab.
I was about to say that as well. Hell of a jab gonna offset somebody trying to throw 5, 6, 7 punch combinations, man. He ain't doing it.
That jab gonna make you reset every time. That jab make you reset every time.
To me, it's not really so much when it comes down to like the top guys, you know, undefeated guys that Shakur can fight. It's just not a lot of them. There's only a handful of dudes.
I agree with that, but Jojo Diaz, he's not on my list.
No, this has nothing to do with JoJo. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, man. As a beta, I don't think, like, just like I didn't think the Pitbull Cruz fight was going to be made with Shakur. I doubt highly that the Zepeda fight is going to be made either. But I could be pleasantly surprised. I just don't think so.
Better than Zepeda's.
It better, because if William Zepeda don't make that fight, his ass gonna get called out, because he the one said, you ain't gotta say my name, just send me the contract. Shakur said, okay, we sent you the contract, sign it.
Now let's fight. And I ain't trying to hear it, let it marinate. I don't want to hear that, because I'll pull up the cut with Shakur talking about they don't want that fight. Now, if y'all really paying attention, y'all know a word already got back, and they already looking like they trying to find that out. You know what I'm saying? So that should tell you everything you need to know about these 2,000 punches of fight ass dudes, man. He ain't throwing 1,500 against a dude that's not going to be there for it.
Hey,
also has a shot selection and the accuracy of Shakur, and like disruptive, like what? Yeah, Shakur understands.
Hey, I know this your channel.
Go ahead, cook, Connor.
I know this your channel and all that, man. But you know, I gotta do this, man, for Ashley, man. Just one time, I'll make it.
I wanna show you the final things. I want to give it to you.
I won't go through the rest of my buttons, man.
You could have did that, bro. You know it. This is your casa as well, bro.
I just had to do at least one of them, you know. Dwayne, you know I got to do that.
He said, Kano thoughts on Tank beating it out of love. Oh yeah, in this clip, you see this clip up here, Kano, that I've been playing quietly while we've been talking over it while Tank been working over Montana Love.
Bro, that's not a surprise to me anyway, man. Like, is this something that will surprise anybody?
No. It's just funny. I love seeing it quietly while he punching on him, man. It was going at it. Hold on.
Don't do me like that. I saw it.
It's just funny.
Don't get aggressive, huh?
Alright, I'm done. Yo, I'm gonna stop. That shit just funny.
Hey, I did see you, Ashley. I was just trying to marinate it to get it to the right pocket during this live. Go ahead and I do. You know what I'm saying? I can't always do it like right away. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta put it on the shelf for a few seconds or a couple of seconds and shit, and then shoot it at you. Hey, listen, I'm not surprised about that. I mean, the one thing that people just don't give Tank credit for is his boxing skills, his ring IQ.
Yeah,
he can box.
Yeah.
Like, all they think about is a knockout, and they don't see the subtle things he does in the ring, man. Like, bro, I can't take that away from him, man.
I keep thinking that he be praying and waiting on knockouts. Keep missing all the action and the shit that he really doing there that be getting these dudes knocked the hell out. Because I say he a master at allowing you to build a false sense of confidence and then take you out of there.
And punishing you. Like, all those shots were punishing. Like, he's very economical. He's not throwing a whole lot of shots, but they were all accurate. They're all on target, and they were all the correct shot to throw in that competition. Actually, he had a couple of options. That's one thing about Tank is, if you could take his power, if you don't go anywhere, can you outpoint this guy? That's really the issue. Like, not.
Yeah, but I don't even know what your topic was. I just came in on there because they was calling Shakur fat and shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, all I'm saying is my man started talking about tournaments. Like, now he's calling everybody out. And it's
my man wants to smoke.
Like, it's like, man, like, all you had to do is be disciplined. We wouldn't be hearing all this stuff.
Shit. Man, don't do my boy like that. Well, he here now though, so it's time to put up or shut up. So we gonna see what they do. I just like it. I mean, when I seen him say something about a tournament, I just think that in a weird way, it kind of went over people's heads, and I think he's trying to give people exactly what they wanted. You get what I'm saying? Like, a tournament would allow people not to duck.
The problem with it, it's not my problem with the concept or if it's a good idea. The issue is he wasn't talking about it at 126. He wasn't talking about it at 130. Now he loses his belt, and if he didn't lose his belt, hold up a second. If he didn't lose his belt, he wouldn't be talking about a tournament.
But I think nothing has to be one way, right? So I think what you said that could make sense. I could see that being a reason, but I could also look at it like, he's saying that now because he knows at 35, that's the division people complain about the most, not fighting each other. So one way in an effort to avoid us not fighting each other is for us to participate in a tournament where we could get paid and nobody could duck. You get what I'm saying? So it's another way to look at it.
I got it. And that's being charitable, right? That's being very charitable. And that he could be like altruistic in that way, but to me,
think about it. That's true. That's all him.
It's not on him.
That's 35.
No, what I'm saying is like, when guys have that opportunity that like to move up and challenge for a title, typically they just do that. They don't start all of a sudden thinking about the good of the sport or the good of the division.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, but I guess it's and again that's why when I do content, it's never nothing is never one way. It's many different ways to look at something, and that's why I don't knock it. Like what you saying is it's not out the realm of possibility. You know what I mean? He could be trying to regain leverage back in a way. It's possible, but then again, he could just be aware of the landscape at 35, and he's very hit to social media and how people complain, and he like, you know what? Well, we get in this damn tournament, we could get paid and ain't nobody ducking, and y'all could get the fight shot once. So it's always that chance, because when has he not ever shown a willingness to fight the best? So get where I'm going. So that's why I give him the benefit of the doubt. And I could say that, you know, but I could see where you're going with it too. That's not crazy, you know.
Yeah, and the two things are not opposed. Like him, like challenging for the title is him going for the best. I'm just saying, like the most direct path to what we see him doing, he just lost that opportunity, and now it sounds like a lot of his rhetoric is about the fact that he is not in that position.
Hey, can you and you got permission, just do Charles Conwell does fight tonight. This is why I brought him on my platform last night. You're more than you got all the right in the world if you want to pull it up on your screen from my stream and show them that view. I think it started minute 19-minute mark or something like that, man. That's why I brought him on last night, because he fights. You know?
Yeah, I like Charles Conwell.
I don't remember the timestamp on it, man, but you're more than welcome to pull it up.
If y'all want me to, I'll put it on. I don't mind.
You family, man.
So we had us a good conversation. See, I keep telling y'all, it's a content creator on YouTube taking the stress out of the boxing conversations. I don't think nobody's stressed out up here.
Nah.
Nobody's stressing once they leave here. Like, damn, you can't get a word in. Nothing is never one way with me, man. I try to see as many different perspectives as possible, man, and then hopefully that just leads to us getting the fights we want. Man.
Like, so I'm an Oakland kid, and so Shakur, Shakur was on my radar through Andre Ward, right? Like straight up, and not only that, I'm a King's Gym like family guy, right? So like that was my introduction to Shakur, Olympic time, all that stuff. But it seems to me that now this dude is in his third division. He has like one title defense. It's cool that he's been a 2-division champ, but I'm looking at the landscape of 135 and like where he's positioned, and it still seems to be like another kind of I don't know, like not really a legacy rich environment for him.
True, whatchamacallit.
Like you gotta. I'm fascinated how he's gonna like navigate the 135 division and how that's gonna impact like his entire thing, right? Like where's he gonna end up is he gonna end up at 147 or higher? How is this, and what is this 135 run gonna look like? Is it gonna be like the 126 and 130 or what?
The thing about it is, man, I mean, everybody is entitled to speak about situations. If there's something that needs to be said about not just Shakur, Tank, Devin, whoever it may be, if they do something that was wrong and shit, it's okay to give them criticism, man. Not, beyond the realm of, they're human beings. None of them are going to be perfect. I think the thing that bothers me is when they talk shit about somebody without having any substance, without having any proof, without having any receipts. But when it's something that's visible and like, okay, this dude fucked up over here. He shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have did this other thing. He shouldn't have missed weight at 130. He shouldn't have missed weight at 130. I agree. But I'm not.
The only fat thing. So that was what Devin Haney called Cambosis when he missed weight, right? That's where I was picking it. I was just like joking.
Like I'm saying,
I was a Devin Haney fan. I was extending that narrative, right, and applying it to Shakur. That's all. That's having some fun with it. Like that's the platform, right?
Now I knew you was taking a little jab at him. It's all good.
That's cool, man. There's nothing wrong with that, man. But then, like I said, I even did a live and said he messed up, that he fucked up.
I did it immediately too.
So it's not about that. I mean, if it's factual, then it's factual. Nobody You get mad about that.
I felt like, where was you at, Connor? Where was you at when you heard the news that he missed weight? I was on the panel. I seen somebody write it in caps. Shakur missed weight. I said, what?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know, there's when Shakur was saying like he's gonna fight Dev and all this stuff, you know. And then
I
I was
got
taking that.
quiet.
When I was just taking that quote when he called Kambosos a fat bitch once he missed weight in the first fight. I was doing that. I was just doing that. But I'm not gonna call. I'm not gonna go there with Shakur. You know. But yeah, it's the whole.
Damn, Rosie gonna ban my boy for life. Nah.
Hey, Rojai, you know Rojai good for those statements.
Yeah, he crazy, yo.
That's what he do, man. That's what
I remember the first time he got me, he had me off guard until I had to realize who it was. I'm like, oh man, he was tearing me up at first. Like, yo, Tank getting knocked out in what you saying? 3 rounds by Rollie, 1 round? Something, man.
I remember that, man.
Man, y'all still fun. That's why I say it's cool trolling too, because that I could laugh at that, man. Shakur, he gonna be all right. He gonna be a lot of people's worst nightmare. He here now, so all things is possible. I don't see him ducking nobody, and I just can't wait to see the first fight for him. I hope it's a Peta though, because that's the guy they keep thinking is gonna test him, and I want to see if my theory is right. He controlled distance and range like I know he will. He will not be in range for that guy to throw that many punches, man. You just cannot do that. And that's what Jojo Diaz did. He stood in the fire, but he wasn't fighting back as much as he should. And he was just getting combination after combination. I was like, yo, he really a walking punching bag at this point. He was fighting back, though, but just not enough. Not nearly enough. He was getting landed like, what was it? 3-1 at 1 point, 4-1. He was just it was bad, man. You just can't stand there with a guy that could throw punches forever and be in his wheelhouse the whole time and you not fighting him back. You get what I'm saying? So I just thought that was a stupid game plan.
Yeah, man. Listen, I sadly I don't think, you know, if the fight happens, I don't think they're gonna give Shakur credit for that fight, man.
That's just crazy.
Just like they're not gonna give Shakur credit for Tank Davis credit for Hector Garcia, which I think both of those opponents, man, both of those individual boxers, Shakur and Tank, should get credit for.
Salute, dude.
You know what I mean? But you know, this is the way of the world, and neither one are gonna get credit for it. I just know it. It's sad, but it's just what it's gonna be.
Well,
that's why they got real people like us kind of putting things in perspective.
And you know, sometimes it's not even about the quality of fighter, right? Sometimes it's just the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with Garcia specifically, he's suffering from that. Not so much, but a little bit that people still don't know who he is, except for like, you know, people watch all these things religiously and talk about it. Mm-hmm. But for those folks, people like us, like we know it's a good fight. It's a good name to have on your resume. This dude is not a bum. He's not a can. He's not any of that. Like that guy, he's a good fighter. It's just that we all kind of know what to expect. Like it would be like we would all be shocked if this went to the cards and Tank wasn't injured.
But then, you know, the thing about it is, man, I agree with Johnny, by the way, man. The 3 that he mentioned, I really truly believe none of those 3 are going to get credit until, you know, they start facing each other. I don't even think they even get credit for a Lomachenko, bro. It's just what it is, because at this point they're going to say Loma's old.
Yeah, he is old. That's why I think he's gonna lose.
That's my point. That's my point. So I agree with Johnny Q.
We're saying that definitely. And the thing is, but at least it is Loma. So like when it comes to that, like you have to like, you know, Loma's still a good name on your resume, but I think it's the last of him being a good name on your resume. Like T.O. got him at the really height of being a good name on your resume. Like at this point, Dev is about to suck the light out of that. Especially for a guy like Shakur, who's like champing at the bit right now for something. Like what, Loma beaten 3 times? That's the guy. Like if you Tank is over there Showtime, like how, and Dev moves up, what's there for you?
I'm just saying, man. I mean, you know, to me, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. In my book, I already give Devin credit because he traveled overseas to Australia, became undisputed, went back over there and defended it, man. So to me, he's got like the most solid argument out of the 3. And Shakur's my favorite fighter, but Devin has the more solid argument right now. He's undisputed. I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't like argue that. He's
Ricky Williams, my bro. What's going on?
Everyone expects Loma to go to the Hall of Fame you're undisputed, dude. You got the Hall of Fame dude on your resume. He's gonna be kind of the guy for a second. Like he's gonna get some more A-side credit. He's still like calling people out. Like, apparently, Bill Haney still need to make the phone call to try to get the TO fight and all that stuff. Nobody wanted to fight Dev apparently, but we'll see how that works. Or maybe that's just Bill doing his job. We'll see.
Yeah, Bill. Y'all seen that little the phone call where he called T.O. Senior? Y'all ain't see it? Shit was funny. Hold on, I got it. Oh man, Bill Haney is a funny dude, man.
Oakland's own, baby.
Hey, that's a funny guy. I like him, yo.
Yes, hello, how you doing? This is Junior with the high school diploma program. Please text me or leave me a message. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Senior, you ain't gonna hide from me. You ain't gonna get away that easy hiding down there at the high school diploma office. Now listen. I heard what you said. We gonna handle our business with Lomachenko, and you gonna handle your business with that fighter that beat Mikey Garcia. Good little fighter too. You handle your business, and I'm gonna handle.
Hold on, I got it.
Business, and we gonna handle ours. God willing, we gonna make this thing happen. Cause I've been hearing you fat mouthing all around the city about what you gonna do. Now. I want to hear back from you, and you let me know that it's on. After we handle our business, after you handle your business. If not, I'm coming to look for you down there at that gas station and that liquor store you hang out at. You hear me? Ain't got no time to be messing with you all day either.
Yeah. Nah. Yo, I've been having fun with boxing lately. People be stressing. I'll be laughing at stupid shit like Bill Haney telling that man he gonna come to the gas station, the liquor store he be hanging out at. No man, the Hall of Famer. No, they've been pushing him as that for the longest. I'm just saying, it'll be a good win for Dev. I mean, he said it out of his own mouth. He said he'd get the respect he felt like he deserved from the boxing world if he beat Loma. So, according to his pops, Loma is next, and then he got sights on Tio. I think that I was saying this yesterday. I think that's a smart man, and he's trying to put his son in position. I think them would be some solid wins. You think Kambosos twice on hostile ground? I keep saying that some people don't give that the credit that it deserved, but I for one, seen people fold many a times in situations like that, and I've seen people fold at home. Some people feel like there's more pressure at home. Some people feel like there's more away. So it's either it could go back and forth, but folding.
Hold up a second. How is Loma not getting the Hall of Fame? What?
I mean, maybe off what accolades? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, because like the Boxing Writers Association has the votes, and like there's a panel of international judges.
You know they love Loma.
Of course.
Smoke,
of course,
you know
that dude's getting
Loma.
in. Like, come on, man. Are you for real right now?
You getting in there because they love
what?
him.
What are you guys talking about?
This is the guy that they said to beat Pretty Boy Floyd, man. They
like, what world you guys living in?
Why they got him on a pound for pound list and stuff like that.
But no belt. I'm talking about no title. Like everybody else, like multiple shit.
Listen,
titled up, unified up, the undisputed guy. Yeah, but Loma out there with the Ring Magazine title that he doesn't have.
True. Dupree Murphy was good with it, bro.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this: he didn't get in the Hall of Fame, but he's not a Hall of Famer.
I get all that, Dupree, but you know what? You still got to give him credit for beating him, because a lot of people, even with all that stuff being said, they still was picking Teofimo to beat him. And I know he wasn't in his right state of mind, but that's his problem. Like, that's not a Kambosos problem. Kambosos went in there, he brought the right energy, the right confidence, the right game plan, and he took it to the young man, and he upset him. Got to give him credit for that. And before that, he beat two guys. I mean, them wins wasn't super impressive, but he coming off He strung what three straight wins, or what people will look at as quality. He got what Mickey Bay, Lee Selby, and then he beat Tio. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta think of who did Tio beat right before that? He beat Loma. See what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta give him credit. People was picking Loma to beat Tio. Look what happened. Tio beat him.
Wait a minute.
Beat the guy that beat the guy, you know?
Wait a minute. I bet money on Tio against Loma. I picked Tio.
I did too. I did too, though. I did.
Very few people pick Kambosos. Some people did, but very few.
He's going to the Hall of Fame, but he's not a Hall of Famer in my eyes. That's all I'm saying. Anybody can get in the fucking Hall of Fame now.
And I hate to say it, but Rocky Balboa is in the Hall of Fame, y'all. Rocky Balboa. Just let that sink in.
Now, Rocky, so here's the thing. Rocky Balboa, when we still quote this guy, and like not to put too fine a point on it. Like Sylvester Stallone said if he got 1% ownership rights to Rocky Balboa, he would have $1.5 billion right now. Like he feels like he's out $1.5 billion from not even having a percentage point of Rocky. And why is that important right now? Because Bud Crawford was talking about getting a payday advance for 20% ownership rights, and people were talking about how, like, you know, Errol Spence is ducking behind that stuff, right? So I'm just saying, like, you got to understand, like, the sort of the you know, the entirety of like the business aspect of this whole boxing thing. When it comes to Rocky Balboa, he might deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. That dude got 15 billion. This is the first 3 Rockies. 15 billion. We still talk about this guy today. How is Rocky not like one of the a chief driving force in like boxing? Man, stop it.
Now, although you know I'm a logical guy, so even though all that you said is like make a hell of a case, but the only reason I even say that is because when you think about what really boxing is, you think about it's a lot of people that feel disrespected by that. Although he was a hell of a, you know, fictional character, he ain't had one professional fight in his life.
Well, he's not okay. So, but he's not in there. He's not in the fighter's part, though. The Hall of Fame has several different places. Like Rocky Balboa is not in the fighter's part.
Yeah.
He's in the like with the writers and the contributors and all that other like weird shit that you know, like nobody really pays attention to.
Hey, facts, Rick. What time you going on, Rick? Nah, I hear you smoke. Go ahead, Brody.
I was saying that, like, you know, I'm a
you make good points, bro. That's why I like talking to you. You could be logical and sensible. I get what you're saying. Like it makes sense. You could put.
Yeah, it's not like they put Sylvester Stallone in the Hall of Fame, right? Yeah. They put Rocky Balboa in there, and it's like, all right, if you're gonna have guys like Burt Sugar, like Doogie Fisher might make it. Like, come on, man. Like you got writers, non-contributors. You know, like to me, Rocky has been a source of not just like entertainment and information, but also like inspiration when it comes to the sport of boxing. Like I'm worldwide for real.
Yeah, nah, I feel you, bro. Nah, you make a good point, bro. Noon Central. What time is that? I'm on Eastern times. Rick, what time? I don't be knowing y'all. Central. My notifications on anyway, so I get it regardless. You know. I'm gonna make sure I tune in. I want to tune in for that because I'm all about giving people their flowers and their just due. That's why my name is what it is. I try to do that. That's why I don't try to I stay away from, you know, content that's centered around me being biased. I try to state cases for any fighters that I'm talking about. So the better the conversation or the better the fights, the matchups, the better the conversation. But Rocky in the ring with one of them dudes, and we'll see if he's Hall of Famer. All right.
Yeah. So here's the thing: if you'd have a 5'6" heavyweight, right, like Rocky Balboa, let's just say you have one of these dudes, 5'6", 190 pounds. You know, the only 5'6" guy I know in history of boxing that was like knocking out heavyweights was the great Barbados Joe Walcott, who coined the phrase, "The bigger they are, the harder they fall." Shout out to those. Nah, the guy that Jersey Joe got his name off of, Barbados Joe, one of the greatest welterweights that ever lived. One of the greatest welterweights that ever lived. He's one of the Force Aces, the first black welterweight champion of the world, knocking out heavyweights. He knocked out George Troyansky the guy that they say taught like Jack Johnson everything he knows, but that's a bullshit story anyway. All I'm saying is, 5'6" heavyweights. Shout out to Barbados Joe Walcott and Rocky Balboa.
I gotta look him up, yeah, because I was just watching Jersey Joe recently, and on this channel, and I was watching some black and white film in boxing. I ain't never enjoyed watching black and white, nothing, TV and nothing. I'm I come from color TV, but man, put that aside, man. There's some hell of a good fights in black and white television, man. That's how I know I really talk about the right sport, man. I really had fun watching black and white. They had Jersey Joe. They had a bunch of these older guys, man, that paved the way. A bunch of them.
Man, Marcy Moore, you like watching that guy fight. You like watching Henry Armstrong fight.
I gotta go look at that. Right? I gotta go see if they got any fights on that guy, because I like to
really you like some Charlie Burley.
That name, man. You Gans, the dude that used to be on the Blue Channel talking about all the legends, man.
Yeah, that's how we do it every now and again.
Yeah, see, you one of them people. See, you one of them historians. Yeah. I'm much younger, and but I'm learning, so I'm getting.
No, I'm on the fun side of 50.
Paul might stop. Jake Paul might stop. Creed, y'all stupid. Yo.
Hey.
Like probably, yeah, there you go. That was one of the names, Rosa. That guy. Man, telling you, man, them dudes just was built different. They would, boxing, you fighting for your life essentially anyway. But them dudes back in the day was fighting for their lives, man. That's just different, man. I always say, you watch some of them fights, man, within the first few seconds, I always say, man, I'd have been asleep, man. I don't have no problem saying it. Somebody would have had to pick my mattress and my pillow out, because some of them punches them dudes was getting hit with. No human person is supposed to be getting punched in their face.
But when you talk about fight for your lives, though, and then how that's developed in the sport, like some of those dudes, like they couldn't win the fights or they would have been literally killed. But then also within the fight, like if they got on the ropes, there'd be guys with billy clubs waiting to hit them in the ankles and stuff. So they learned how to fight in circles and clinch and all that stuff and not get on the ropes. And we see those techniques still being used today.
See, that's some history right there for me. I didn't see. That's why I don't come into this thinking I know everything, because I damn sure didn't know that. That's crazy. That just make the sport more interesting, man. That's a part of it I didn't know about. That's crazy. Yeah, Joe Louis, now that you bring him up too, that's another one, man. I'm telling you, man. All right, man. It's like if you into boxing now, right now, and you more so like, see, I started with Tyson. So it's a lot of those people that was before him, man. All these people that they talk about, going back, watching any of them fight, you'll see why they're talked about today, right now. And I just got huge respect for them, because I'm telling you, some of those fights, bro. Aaron Pryor, another guy, man. I'm just naming some of the names of the recent videos I was watching. It's some more I'm missing. I can't think of. It's a name that I can't think of the name. It's right in I can't think of them. One of them older. Damn, man.
I mean, you just mentioned weight classes, and then there's just so many unheralded guys. Like 154 has always been a killer class, right? And some people know about Julian Jackson, some people don't. But like middleweights is one of the original 4 weight classes, so you can just start naming guys. But when it comes to like watching them fight, Sugar Ray Robinson, that's really where we have footage from is from his middleweight years. We don't have his welterweight career, right? So yeah, you see that dude fight, and you can literally see like Sugar Shane Mosley. Like you can see like where he got his shit from. Like, oh wait a minute, I've seen that style before. Okay.
Yeah, man, that shit just
50s, right?
Been crazy, man. It's a lot of history in this sport, man. A lot of stuff to that's interesting too. Ain't enough weights can duplicate that power. Yeah, these dudes are just naturally like, and that's why I say fighting for their life. Like it, to me, it seemed like back then it was less about the show and more about the actual product in the ring. It seems like now, and some of it you just got to accept that times change, and it's just more people are more so about their bag, and you can't blame them when you fighting for your life in there. You can't blame them, but I think when you pretty honest with the people could love you or hate you for it. But I think that's what be going on now. People be chasing the bag and calling it legacy and vice versa. You know what I mean? Just trying to, you know what I mean? I get it. Y'all there to get paid, but in getting paid, you at least want to at least have the fans in mind and giving us something to pay for. That's how I look at that. 22 title defenses. I feel you. Joe Louis, yeah, that is ridiculous. I don't need them losses that he had when he was old too. They don't even count.
Unfortunately, I gotta slip in a minute, but I want to say that, like, then if you look at the history of boxing, man, it used to be like exhibitions. It was illegal. Like, guys would just show up and like charge other people around the town.
Sugar Ray Leonard redefined the game. Another special talent, man. Just different. You cut out Smoke. Julian Jackson versus Fundora. Yeah. Oh shit, man. Julian Jackson put Fundora in the casket, bro. Julian Jackson's put Fundora somewhere where he would not want to be. The sunken place, the shadow realm, all of that. Nico Walsh, the GOAT. Yeah, he's stupid. He's stupid. Julian Jackson versus Winky Wright. Winky Wright had a hell of a beard though, man. But shit, that when you get knocked out by a dude that punched like Julian Jackson, it don't mean that you ain't got no chin. It just mean that you got punched by Julian Jackson. And that should tell you all you need to know.
Winky Wright was great. I thought Winky Wright was great at 154. He was, I don't know, at 160, I felt like he was just a little bit, like his defense would have been a little bit better against the Julian Jackson kind of style. Like that whole crab shell thing he had going on. I think that was more effective at 160 than it would have been at 154 against Julian.
Yeah, just don't let that man crack you, because that shit ain't make no sense. Either he going or you going. Somebody going. That shit, man. That dude was excited to watch too, man. Them highlights, man. I'm telling you, man, punching like that, and it's crazy because his sons both could punch, but they both got them chins too, a little chinny, because when they lose, they get knocked out. Definitely the one that cooked. He was getting cooked. He was knocking people out early, and then he just started losing. Like, yeah, they both got that power. Some of that power, like they pops, but it's not exactly the same. But they got it. Yeah.
I think the legacy fight for us right now is just like fights that we think are like 50-50, but they might not be a big money fight. But
bro.
Yeah, to that extent, I wish that we had more of it. That's not the way the American market is right now. The UK market is a little bit more like that, where they do like 50-50 fights a lot more, but their level of competition isn't the same. So I don't know. I don't know. You give up one for the other. So
at the end of the day. And it's like that's why you gotta love it at the same time. It get on your nerves, but it's like it is what it is, and all we could do is try to hope that we get better and push to get better. You know what I'm saying? However we could do that. Because again, anytime you asking for people to come out of their pocket to see you perform, you gotta give people a reason to want to do that. And I don't never think that the consumer is gonna be wrong for expecting the best, product for their money. I think once boxing start gearing or moving toward that direction, we could get better fights. There's too many cards where they just top heavy. The main event is good and the undercard is lacking, or the undercard is better than the main event. It's like, bro, can we get a solid undercard and a good ass main event? That's not impossible. We got enough talented fighters to get it, so why not? Anybody that's punching crazy, man, might really sleep Fundora. He get hit too much for me, and he not gonna just wear everybody down throwing a bunch of punches. I just don't think so. Yeah, Morel is one of the ones. That's one of my favorite younger fighters right there. I happen to really like David Morel because people was slighting him, and it's like soon all that criticism, I seen him answer a lot of questions in that last fight.
Thanks for having me, man. It's been great chopping up with you. I'm gonna catch you the next time.
You already know, bro. Appreciate you. But 903, I heard February. I did hear Charlo's coming back, but Andre could be, because he said he prepping for 168, I believe. Yeah, see, he look good at the weight. Charlo back in February. Hey, man, they need each other, dude. I was saying it, bro. They need each other. Look real sharp. Yeah, he did. I just want to see him get back. Mike Biggs, my bro. Salute to you. TWT family in the building. Oh shit. Yeah. They keep going at it on Twitter again. Shakur and Tank is bound to fight, man. They gotta fight. You gotta turn Fundora. Facts. that he's standing there looking like a cardboard cutout. You gotta turn that long body dude, man. Shakur. This gonna be fun. He had 135. We seen this coming. He tagging people, man. Shakur tagged Tank. He said he wait until he get 2 fights lined up to start talking crazy. If you believe that lie, he just tell them to fight me then. He said, and be real about sparring. If you're gonna come up here, tell them how you learned so much sparring. He said Tank learned so much sparring him. He wanted him to train with him and everything. So Shakur on Tank Hills, he like, yo, Tank up there capping, saying, you know, you talking about sparring. He's saying, this is beef. I love this show. I'm about to make a short video, y'all. I'm about to make a short video about this, y'all. I'm about to make a short video about this. Shakur need to talk nice to Tank. Don't piss him off too much. Pissed off Tank gonna be the worst thing for him. Hey, Ghost, it's too late. He already pissed off. I could tell Morel got a lot more to his arsenal. I'm telling you, yo. Tank already pissed off. Check him out. Where Tank at? Tank already pissed off. Hold on. I had a different joint up there earlier. Hold on. Tank already mad, y'all. He sound agitated anyway. Tank sound like he done had enough of the shit talking. Hold on. Let me play this joint real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Is it that? I think it's this one. Tank said he had enough of people running their mouth.
And Tank Davis himself.
Yeah,
right.
You got.
Oh, my bad, y'all.
That would be Devin. That would be Shakur and Tank Davis himself.
Yeah,
right.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me, Javante Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I feel
you, but check this right there. But okay, so you telling me you cracked both of them, right? But I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
He didn't get no best of me. He didn't get no best of me. He did not get no best of me.
He jumped right off the plane and started Devin. Right off the plane.
My bad.
He didn't get no best of me.
Let me something, man. You can go on the internet.
And you know I sparred him twice. Right.
And Bill
took him out the ring.
And Bill admitted that. Bill and Dan both said that.
Almost knocked him out in Floyd gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you I almost knocked him out in the gym? Did they tell you that?
I don't know, but I ain't hear that. That would be Devin.
Blue time. I ain't hear that. Salute the Blue Blood. Salute the Rise podcast. Salute the Tank. Salute the Shakur. Somebody gotta fight. Cause Shakur on his helmet on Twitter about this clip right here. He said he lying. He said you learned so much from me in sparring that you wanted to train with me. But to me, I know how to take that information. The fact that Tank wanted to train with you would mean that would just make Tank smart, because if he seen something special in you and it made him iron sharper iron at the end of the day. So what I'm basically saying is I don't take nothing that these fighters say about each other personal. Not at this point. It's entertainment, bro. It's fun. Tank gonna talk how he talking. Shakur gonna talk how he talking. At the end of the day, they both got to get in the ring to prove it. And I think we all could agree that this gonna be a mega fight when it happens. You know what I'm saying? But I love seeing this Tank energy. I'm gonna play this clip one more time, man. We're gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna make a short video about this too.
That would be Shakur and Tank Davis himself.
Yeah,
right.
You got the last one
right. And Tank Davis himself.
Yeah,
right.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me, Javante Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I
feel you, but check this right there. But okay, so you telling me you cracked?
Hold on.
Crack both of them.
I feel you.
Look at his face. You tell that boy ain't playing. He ain't playing, man. I love this because I love Shakur. I love Tank. I love boxing more than I love any fighter in boxing. I truly mean that when I say it. It's no biasness when I talk this talk. I like both of these young kings. When they get in there, it's going to be box office. It's going to be a mega fight, man. We going to all get our money's worth when they step in there. You get what I'm saying? So,
but check this right there. Okay, so you telling me you cracked both of them, right? But I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
He didn't get no best of me. He didn't get no best of me. He did not get no best of me.
He jumped right off the plane and sparred Devin. Right off the plane.
No best of me. He didn't get no best of me.
Let me tell you something, man. You can go on the internet.
And you know, I sparred him twice. I sparred him twice.
Right. And Bill
took him out the ring.
And Bill admitted that. Bill and Dan both said that.
I almost knocked him out in Floyd gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you
I don't know
knocked him out in the gym? Did they tell you
I don't know, but I ain't hear that.
Look at Tank's face. He said, did they tell you that? Oh, man. So, again, y'all, just to wrap up what I've been on, you know, we've been over the 3-hour mark. I appreciate all y'all coming through, pulling up. Salute to the TWT family for always showing up. And salute to the Just Do family, because we all family in here. We've been having a hell of a conversation. This is entertaining. Again, salute to the Rise podcast. Salute to Blue. Salute to Tank. Salute to Shakur. Shakur wants smoke. Tank wants smoke. And again, yo, I think Tank really tired of people. I've said this way before this. I said this a year or two ago. Like, I think he getting tired of people talking, putting his name in their mouth and talking about what they did to him in sparring. But we all know, there's things that happen in sparring and there's things that happen in real fights under them lights with, 8-ounce gloves and no headgear. And Tank could hurt anybody. If he knocking out heavyweights in the gym with big ass gloves on and headgear, just imagine what he doing to anybody with an 8-ounce glove and no headgear, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Not them what they do good. I'm telling you, Ghost. So what Shakur might not realize, y'all know that's my guy. So this is I don't deliver content from a place of hate. You get what I'm saying? Shakur, my guy, but what he don't realize and saying what he said, Tank wanting to spar with you is because he's seen greatness in you. And whenever you're able to recognize greatness in another fighter, so much so that you want to train with him, that makes you a better fighter. That's why I always gave Shakur credit, because the same credit that Shakur saying Tank gave him to his face, Shakur has been on record for giving Tank that very same credit. So don't believe the hype. Y'all, this is just competitive talk. Don't take it personal. That's how these dudes supposed to talk when they confident in themselves. Tank's supposed to talk his shit. Shakur gonna talk his, and we gonna enjoy it. You get what I'm saying? I do believe Tank. I definitely 100% believe Tank. I do believe Tank. I really do. Tank the litmus. I'm telling you, can figure it out. I'm telling you, man, he gonna figure you out. I believe Tank. I believe Shakur. I believe we gonna get great fights when these dudes get in the ring. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Roger, like Tank ain't the guy to be playing with. That's all I'm saying. Don't give him an extra reason to hurt you other than the fact that that's his job. Do that make sense? Don't give him an extra reason to be pissed off at you. You get what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, Shakur's special talent too. I believe he's a generational talent. Like I said, I can't wait to see them fight, and it's going to be fun. I'm telling you, when the quiet dude starts speaking, and you look how he start looking at the screen, man, that's why I say look at Tank's face. It was funny. Like, look at his
Bill admitted that. Bill and Dan both said that.
Almost knocked him out in
twice. Right. And Bill
took him out the ring.
And Bill admitted that. Bill and Dan both said that.
Almost knocked him out in Floyd gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you?
I don't know about
in the gym?
Look at Senior.
Did they tell you?
I don't know, but I ain't hear that.
That even got his attention. He looking up like, oh, because y'all don't normally hear Tank shoot off like that. So it's just entertainment, y'all. I'm not making too much of it. I'm not calling nobody no liar. What I am saying, everybody has a perspective when it comes to what their experience was on any level. Devin Haney had an opportunity to tell us what his experience was. You can make of it what you will. Tank told you what his experience was. You can make of it what you will. Shakur touched on what his experiences was with Dev and Tank. You can make of it what you will. I'm not here to pick a side. I like all these dudes. I'm going to support them all. I want to see all the fights. I hope the trash talking that they did resort in some type of fights, because at the end of the day, whoever win, lose, or draw, the fans win. And that's at the end of the day, when we could get the best fights possible, we could get our money's worth. Miss Joette, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for stopping through. You make sure you have a great day as well. Salute to you. Appreciate you stopping through. Pissed off Tank, known for violating dudes. That's all. I'm telling you, make the fight. And all caps. I heard what my brother Ricky Williams said, man. Make the fight. And again, this is what we was going to see, y'all. We was going to see this at 35. Shakur wasn't going to all of a sudden lose his tongue. But you know what's even more interesting? I ain't expect Shakur to bite his tongue. But it's fun hearing Tank talk. I don't care what nobody say. That's just coming from me. I love hearing Tank Davis shoot off, man. I like hearing him talk more than, you know what I mean, anybody else trying to talk for him. And I'm glad they let him talk up here. Like, that was dope. Just secured to me, Barb, is Joe Alcott was 5'1" and 5'2", welterweight, knocking out heavyweights. That's ridiculous, bro. I'm gonna go look. I gotta go look up a couple of these names. It's a name you threw out here and a name Ghost threw out. Yeah, I really think I be joking. I be giving me homework. Salute to Get This Smoke, man. Appreciate you stopping through too, bro. And salute to the family, man. Y'all smash that like button if y'all haven't, man. Y'all already know the slogan, man. We ain't here to break the news. We here to have a conversation. I think we just had a hell of a conversation. I think I'm gonna keep my eyes and ears close to the situation and see where it transpired from. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if we get the fights we want, everybody wins. You get what I'm saying? And the loss ain't the worst thing that can happen, man. Boxing will continue, win, lose, or draw. Regardless of who's losing and who's winning. And get heated like some fighters have to find that energy to turn up. Yeah. It's like Tank, I really truly believe he find motivation in things and find extra reasons to hurt you. You get what I'm saying? So you giving them any added reason to hurt you, I believe that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a focused tank, and a focused tank is a dangerous tank. We all know that. The shotgun was that dude, just I'll send you the send it to me, Ghost. You already know. Appreciate you, bro. Mr. Machines, just like Tank told Rollie, the time is now. What proceeded after that? Knockout. So again, you back the wrong type. You back a Tank up into the corner. You better be ready for what's coming back at you. That's all I'm saying. That go for anybody. That's not Shakur. You know what I mean? I like all these dudes. I know I'm Jersey for life. Shakur, my guy. I'm giving him the best chance to possibly beat Tank. The rest of these dudes, I think he gonna knock out smooth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Salute to everybody, man. By the way, Big Shot Shaw, one of the ones too. Yeah, man. Yeah, they could keep sleeping on him, Ghost, but we know, and we gonna keep letting people know what's good with what's good with him. But appreciate all y'all, man. You know, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, they exchanging words. Shakur said he'd never let a midget beat him. He said Tank too little, he'd never let a midget beat him. You know, Tank talking his talk. You know what I mean? Blue went back and forth with Tank. I thought that was dope. That was good for boxing. That was good for the sport, man. It's good for content purposes, man. And Rollie is officially broke again, y'all. He said he officially broke again. So I'll be expecting him to make some wild ass call out in the near future. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he'll call out a middleweight this time. Maybe he'll say he want to fight one of the Charlos instead of Spence. But who knows? But he said he broke again, y'all. So, you know what I mean? Big Shot will go down as one of the all-time great when it's all said and done. Just hope and pray my brother Shaw gets his due shots. He got to get his just due. If they ain't going to give it to him, I'm going to give it to him because, you know, that's my name and that's what I'm all about, man. Short dude calling someone short is the funniest shit. Yeah, for real. Calling somebody else a midget. Rollie versus Boo Boo Bookie. Facts, not say. Salute to you, bro. Salute to the family, man. Y'all smash the like button on the way out, man. Like I said, we just had a hell of a conversation. Y'all stay tuned, man. I'll be back later. I'm more than likely going to call this Regis fight tonight. I got some shorter videos I'm about to work on as well, man. So I appreciate y'all being here. Salute again to the entire family, entire TWT family, man. And with that, man, we're going to get up out of here. We out, people. Peace to the fan.